Beagle to the gentle giant.
Okay. You're not hearing? Who was talking to me? I don't know.
Chris is on headset.
The Hound Group. From the small stature beagle to the gentle giant Irish wolfhound, these 35 diverse breeds are excellent hunters. The sleek sighthounds have superior speed. Hey, that's pretty handy for the tennis court. While the scent hounds' elevated sense of smell make them ideal for tracking. I can tell you from experience, winning a championship here isn't easy. But the Bloodhound did win it all last year, so these are the perfect pooches to track down a repeat Best in Show.
If you're a sports fan of a certain age, good chance you had Tracy Austin's poster hanging up in your bedroom wall. The two-time U.S. Open champion, the perfect ambassador, to introduce our first group and welcome the Westminster Dog Show to Queens for the first time ever. And we welcome you to our home for the next 2 nights. This is inside, retractable roof, closed at Arthur Ashe Stadium, one of the most iconic sports venues in the world, hosting one of America's most historic sporting events. Our judge for the Hound Group, Mr. Edmund Zook from Columbia, Missouri.
Of course, Eddie, as he's known in the dog sport, is a longtime beagle breeder, and he's owned 2 of the beagles who won Best in Show at Westminster.
And let's head to our veteran ring announcer, Michael Lefebvre.
The Afghan Hound has been a recognizable breed since approximately 4000 BC. The hunting dog of the royal family. A swift sight hound, he pursued gazelles, snow leopards, and hare while following huntsmen on horseback. In this country, the Afghan Hound has enjoyed success in the show ring, lure coursing, obedience, and agility. This is Afghan Hound, number 12.
Very nice, sir. Take her straight down and back about halfway, about to the purple logo sign.
Okay.
Alrighty.
First thing that jumps out to me, Jason and Gail,
please.
and I'm sure people watching at home, there's a lot of hair there. It's a lot of coat.
Sure, there's a lot of hair there, but it's a silky coat, so it's very easy to maintain and take care of. And you know, this breed was a hunting breed as well, and it's a sight hound, so it used its sight to hunt.
Very stylish coat, too. That's what I would say. Look at that.
That's
stand,
beautiful.
please.
Sure, sure. And you know, they're so well known for their classic free gait
And right
with
on
a
around,
spring
please.
to their step.
And with the handler's long legs, he can really move with that dog.
Of course. Yeah, and it's one of the most beautiful breeds to watch as they move.
A descendant of the colonial Virginia hounds, the American English Coonhound was developed to run fox by day and raccoon by night. The American English Coonhound has the strength, grace, and attitude of a well-conditioned athlete. The breed is pleasant, alert, confident, and sociable with both humans and dogs, possessing a kind, houndy expression. This is American English Coonhound, number 7.
Yeah, Michael, talking dogs, but cat-like feet, right? The straight legs, thick padded. That's kind of a signature for the standard.
Well, those shapes of the feet, of course, help the dog do the job it was originally bred to do.
They are
good.
people lovers and pleasers, loving
Very good.
and
Circle
loyal,
all the way around,
sociable.
please.
Kind of like my agent.
Sure.
The American Foxhound was developed to hunt fox and coyote over the rough terrain of North America. These hounds can hunt individually or in packs, differentiating them from English foxhounds. They enjoy the company of both other dogs and humans and are jovial, if not clowning, in nature. This is American Foxhound, number 8.
All right, and Carly clowning, that's okay. They're checking the bite. 1877 first year this breed entered, and of course May 8th, the exact date, was the first ever Westminster show.
And you know, breeds that are still with us today, like this one, it's all because of the dedication of the preservation breeders who have for decades have kept these breeds healthy and sound. And here we see a great example being shown by Heather Buhner, as you may recognize her, Trumpet's owner from last year.
Right, big winner from last year.
Trumpet best in show. Winston reserve in show. See him a little later.
The Azawak hails from West Africa. This slender, tall, elegant sighthound hunted hare and antelope. He has also excelled as a companion to the desert roaming nomads. Tough, durable, and very fast. These dogs have a tremendous energy outdoors, but remain calm indoors. This is Azawak, number 8.
And I think the public watching this breed at home, it's very unique. It's a very rare breed. They may not understand why it's built this way. It's a Gothic architecture type dog with long column-like legs, very square, and the muscling is sinewy. And we don't ask this breed to carry a lot of extra weight because in the way they hunted, they could not have this extra weight on them. So that's why this dog, to some of you, may look a little thin. He's in beautiful condition for the way this breed should be presented.
The gait, very elastic, as you can see.
The Basenji is an ancient African hunting dog. He's only been found outside his native Africa since 1930. Well known as a barkless dog, he is not mute. Fanciers find his chortles and yodels charming. The Basenji is intelligent and strong-willed with a mischievous sense of humor and requires an owner who shares those traits. This is Basenji, number 8.
And of course, we see Zumi here tonight in the hound group at Westminster. But Zumi is also a service dog for her owner who suffers from epilepsy. So the fact that, you know, the dog is being used to help its owner with health issues is just a testament to what these dogs can do.
And that shows the versatility of all these breeds. Just because they were pigeonholed into one particular job, they can do everything. And look how much this dog is helping.
Good look.
The easily recognizable Basset Hound is a long, low scent hound of ancient French ancestry. He is persistent on the trail and has been used mostly on rabbits. His majestic head, long velvety ears, wrinkled brow, and dark eyes lend him that soulful expression. His gentle nature makes him a great companion and family dog. This is Basset Hound, number 7.
The Basset Hound, favorite dog of Shakespeare. So to bark or not to bark, that would be
that would be the question.
Yes, a bark in the park, a Basset Hound in the park, Shakespeare in the park. You know where I'm going with this.
Got it. Walk in the park, dog in the park. Okay.
There you go.
So Frankie is here being shown by Mike Stone, who's handled many top Bassets at Westminster.
Through all the years, yes, absolutely. He and you know, we talked about, you all remember Trumpet from last year with the famous shake. This breed has a lot of similarities with the loose skin, the long ears, and that's to collect the scent. So when you saw Trumpet, and we all fell in love with him last year, this dog has a lot of the same hunting traits and attributes that are very important.
The Beagle is a compact scent hound coming in 2 sizes, under 13 inches and between 13 and 15 inches. Whether baying at a fresh brown scent or on the lap of an adoring child, the Beagle's comical nature and hardiness make it an excellent family pet. This is 13-inch Beagle, number 8.
And of course, as we mentioned earlier,
Thank you.
Edmund Zook is a breeder of Beagles and co-owner of 2 Westminster Best in Show winners. So he'll be taking a special look, maybe.
Very keen eye on
both
of these dogs today.
Down and back for me,
She is from Chile, who talked about the international flavor. By the way, in the Queens, borough of Queens, more than 130 different languages are spoken here. People, we'll see how the dogs do hanging out here. International flavor.
This is Olivia, shown by Diego Garcia, who's a very well-known, successful professional handler in our sport.
And we'll be seeing him later tonight with the Doberman as well.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, correct. Got ahead of myself on that one.
That's right.
That's okay.
Crowd favorite. You hear that? Yes.
Beagles originated as trackers of rabbits and hare, bred to hunt in large packs. They are sturdy hunters with a keen sense of smell and serious tracking abilities. This is 15-inch Beagle, number 22.
Now, this Beagle has impressive vocal cords for louder noises, fuller, I should say, than most dogs. And I remember in a Paul McCartney interview, that song, A Day in the Life, he said that song has a frequency that only dogs can hear. I'm sure this dog could sing along.
Well, maybe he danced the trail all the way when he followed something, listening to the music as he went down the trail. You know, and this is another one of our scent hounds. So this, you know, the vocal and the audio part of the dog is very important. And they actually did make sounds so that you could follow them on the trail. So they had their own song that they danced to.
That's right. That's right.
Nice all the way
Making
around.
music, as McCartney does so well.
The Black and Tan Coonhound is an old scent hound descended from a careful combination of the Foxhound and the Bloodhound. A true American breed, these agile, powerful dogs are known for their mournful bawl and their long ears. He is known as a specialist on raccoon, but does well hunting other game. This is Black and Tan Coonhound, number 8.
This is Remy, being shown by Tiffany Skinner. He's a Best in Show winning
Halfway
Black
down
and
and
Tan
back to the
Coonhound,
purple
which
podium.
is kind of rare. You don't see a lot of Best in Show winning Black and Tans, although it's
Especially
a lovely
for a
breed.
female. I mean,
Right.
usually the males are the dominant in the breed ring, and here's a female doing so well, which is great to see.
Yeah, Remy likes to wrestle with her German short-haired pointer buddies.
She's a showgirl. She really is. She's just beautiful, and we've seen her before. She's been in the ring before here.
Very nice, ma'am. All the way around, please.
The Bloodhound is an ancient breed traced back over 1,000 years. This gentle giant of a scent hound excelled as a hunting companion and is renowned for his keen sense of smell. Today, the Bloodhound's tracking instinct is prized by law enforcement in seeking missing children, hikers, escaped criminals, and other lost people. This is Bloodhound, number 17.
Well, as we see here, the Bloodhound has taken a bow already, so
Got the
maybe
crowd
he
going.
knows something we don't know already.
Right.
He's already bowing
Let's
to
see
the
his bow,
crowd,
please.
so this is great. Good start for the Bloodhound showing
clown
tonight.
down
This Bloodhound named Boomer, you think we're in a tennis arena.
About
Boom
halfway
Boom
to the
Boris
purple
Becker.
podium.
You go back, and Long Island native, the great quarterback, Boomer Esiason. It's a good name, good bow. Crowd, his first crowd reaction that overpowered the others. And we've been talking about, Trumpet here. Last year at the 146th Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show, Trumpet, the Bloodhound, stole the show, won Best in Show. This year, Trumpet returned to New York and received a welcome befitting a true champion. Speaking of Trumpet, one of the stadiums here at the National Tennis Center is named after Louis Armstrong, the great trumpeter. He was a resident of Corona in Queens. Gail Miller-Beischer, Jason Hoke, got Chris Myers. You have both shown and judged dogs. Obviously, that's why we look forward to their analysis. It's interesting here, the first three groups that we're seeing tonight, they've produced the last three winners of Best in Show. Your thoughts so far with the hounds?
Well, I think out of some of the ones we've seen already, there's a lot of international intrigue. We've seen two foreign dogs that bested some of our top dogs in this country. So we're already seeing some big heavy hitters coming from all over the world challenging our local dogs.
I'm really excited to see the non-sporting group because the number 1 and number 2 non-sporting dogs are both going to be out there tonight. So very top competition, really excited.
Along with the international flavor, dogs from 49 states. Only North Dakota doesn't have a dog in this show. Let's head back to our ring announcer, Michael LaFave.
The Blue Tick Coonhound is an athletic, compact, speedy, and well-muscled hound, all of which helps it in trailing and treeling coonhounds and other small game. The name comes from its small, dark coat pattern covered in ticking and featuring black spots. In America, blue ticks were referred to as English coonhounds for many years. This is Blue Tick Coonhound, number 7.
About halfway down and back to the purple podium.
And we talk about the coonhounds. We're going to see quite a few coonhounds in here tonight. This dog is unique because it would scent on cold trails. And for those of you who don't know what that means, that's a trail that may be 3 or 4 days old. And so this dog was adapted just for that special technique.
And this, the name of
Good
this
job. All the
blue
way around,
tick
please.
coonhound, Big John. And John McEnroe, we're at Arthur Ashe Stadium here at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. He's a native, of course, of Queens.
The earliest depictions from the 12th century, the graceful borzoi pursued a variety of game in its native Russia. Today, borzoi participate in conformation, coursing, agility, obedience, and therapy activities. A calm demeanor and sensitive nature belie the powerful and courageous hunter, dressed in a beautiful coat which may be any color. This is borzoi, number 8.
Piper is the #1 female.
Halfway down
All
and back to the
systems,
purple podium.
which means we have different ranking systems. But of course, as we watch her move, we're going to watch that beautiful profile.
Yeah, and Gail, that's really important in this breed because we've seen some of these dogs that have flat, straight lines across their top lane. These are what we call S-curves, so that there's a rise over the loin and a curve underneath, and it's very unique to a couple of the sighthounds we're going to see tonight, and that's what makes this breed and this particular dog so special.
Very nice. All the way around, please.
See that effortless, kind of graceful movement on display.
Yeah, just beautiful on the way around.
A Cernetko dell'Etna is an ancient breed that has thrived in Sicily for thousands of years. A hunter of small mammals and fowl, the Cernetko is a hardy, compact dog. The Cernetko has a strong, independent temperament necessary for hunting, but is friendly and affectionate and can be a good family pet. This breed enjoys mental stimulation and excels at a variety of events such as hunting, agility, and coursing. This is Cernetko dell'Etna, number 11.
About halfway
And
down and
the
back
interesting
to the
thing you're
purple
going to
podium.
see about our Cernetko is we have another breeding here called the Pharaoh Hound. And you may think this is just a Pharaoh Hound in miniature, but it's not. A Cernetko is a much more moderate dog, more compact, and that's what really sets this breed apart. They're much more moderate than the Pharaoh Hound you're going to see.
And kind of a matching set, right? The
further.
pigment, the
Let 'em
coat,
stand,
the
please.
nails, they all kind of
Yes, it's all in
Very
harmony.
nice. And all the way
Yeah.
around, please.
Kind of like you're matching shoes and tie there.
That's right. We try to get it together.
You've been at this a while.
A little bit.
Developed in Germany 2.5 centuries ago to hunt badger, the long, low body of the dachshund worked efficiently underground.
Congratulations
This
on your
unique
breeding.
breed comes in 3 varieties: long hair, smooth, and wire hair in 2 sizes, standard and miniature. The long-haired dachshund's glistening, longer coat gives him a defense against the elements as well as an elegant appearance. This is long-haired dachshund, number 11.
And of course,
Very
there are
good. Thank
3
you, ma'am.
coat varieties of dachshund. This is, we know the long hair. We're going to see the other 2 coming up. And of course, the
About halfway down
differences
and
in
back to the purple
coat
podium.
were based on where the dogs were working in the environment.
Yeah, and that's where we'll see a lot of the adaptations, depending on what terrain or where they were working. That we had hard coats, soft coats. It just depends.
And you saw the call name. I'll have a bagel to go. We're in New York.
There you go. All the way around, please.
And
Bagel.
Bagel beat her father today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They judged it earlier.
Yep.
That deserves
So
a
they
while.
were battling it out.
Family issues. Good work.
Considered the original dachshund, the smooth epitomizes the breed's type. No matter if it's a standard, smooth, or a miniature, it is easy to see the prominent forechest, long, low body, and fluid movement that are breed hallmarks. This is Smooth Dachshund,
Right, please.
number 8.
Got it. Thank you.
And this is another one of those breeds that appeared at the show in
halfway down and back to
1877.
that purple
Very
podium, if you
first
would.
show, the Smooth Dachshund.
And they can be stubborn and wonder why you're not on board with their plans. Kind of like our producer. I kid. Come on.
I'm not going to comment.
Okay. My mic goes off. You'll understand.
Yes.
I've owned Smooth Dachshunds,
yeah.
and they are so smart. I just must, all the Dachshund people will agree.
Very nice,
This
sir,
is
and all the way
such
around,
an
please.
intelligent breed.
She's out
Here we
there
have
showing
Billie
her.
Eilish going back to the end of the ring.
The newest of the 3 dachshund varieties, the wire hair incorporates the rough coat of a terrier. The distinctive facial furnishings of a beard and a bushy eyebrows add even more expression to the classic Dachshund head. This is wire-haired Dachshund, number 23.
And Gail, you and I share a lot of similarities because I had wire-haired Dachshunds and my parents bred them as well. So this is one of the favorites of mine, the wire-haired Dachshunds. They have a little different temperament between the three varieties, and I think that's important. And that, you know, we talked about coat texture too. So there's a couple differences between the three.
And of course, that long body is on purpose. There's a reason for that.
Right, and they have the wrap-around front, which is really important. They have the big forechest, the keel.
Alrighty, very nice. All the way around.
And it was for going to ground and digging in the ground. So they use the short legs to dig and propel the dirt past them.
The English Foxhound is an athletic, strong, and stocky hound with a keen sense of smell. They were bred for fox hunting in packs. Huntsmen following on horseback. Most English foxhounds today are still used in this traditional role. Stamina, a good nose, and determination continue to make him a prized companion in the field. This is English Foxhound, number 8.
Yeah, you notice the white tip of the tail. That helps the hunters, right? See the dogs in the thick brush? One of those.
Yeah, they call it a flag. Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
And, you know, this is the largest of the pack hounds, you know, and we talked about the different purposes. These dogs work together with other of their own breed, and they have to be amiable. And so we've bred this great temperament in where they get along with other dogs. So if you have multiple dogs in your house, this would be a great dog to consider.
All righty.
This is Susie being handled by Katie Bernardin, who was best junior handler at Westminster.
We hope you're enjoying live coverage from Arthur Ashe Stadium at the National Tennis Center, where in New York, 17 through, 18 remain. The Greyhound headed your way, among others, in a moment.
Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is presented by Purina Pro Plan. Well, the toys are on the clock, and they are small, mighty, plenty of personality, and always a crowd favorite, and so popular in New York City. Hello, everyone. I'm Jenny Taft. It is great to be with you for what promises to be an exciting and drama-filled evening. We are halfway through the Hound Group, after which it's the aforementioned crowd favorite Toy Group. And with the non-sporting and herding to follow, we'll have 4 group winners when our first night comes to an end. But I want to see some more dogs. So let's send it back over to Chris Myers.
Thank you very much, Jenny. It's nice to see you. It's nice to be inside at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Back to our ring announcer, Michael LeFay.
Bred as a rabbit and hare hunter in France, his name translates into long, low, shaggy dog of the Vendée. This sweet-faced, long-eared dog with its mustache, beard, and profuse eyebrows suggests the look of a worldly but amiable Frenchman. The GB possess a great stamina, speed, and courage. They are intelligent, friendly pack dogs that get along well with other dogs. This is Grand Bessé Griffon Vendéen, number 7.
That was a good look. And you heard that by the time you say the name, but GV made me think of the noted music club that was in the East Village here in New York, the CBGB, where the Ramones and Blondie Talking Heads were. But that's a different subject for a different time.
That is. This is Colt, who's actually won his national specialty last year.
Hound almost certainly originated in the Middle East about 500 BC. This speedy hunter accompanied the Romans throughout Europe and was used to course game. Powerful yet elegant and even-tempered and loyal, the fun-loving greyhound is a rewarding companion.
Very nice.
This is Greyhound, number 16.
Down and back.
You know, we were talking about poetry earlier, and there's a great saying that they're swift as a ray of light, graceful as a swallow, and wise as Solomon. And I think as you watch that dog, those 3 characteristics are portrayed beautifully in this breed.
Agreed. It's a very old breed. Showed up at Westminster in 1877. It was there at the very beginning. They've had 13 Group 1 wins.
Stir, that's the most right of this group, and stirred the crowd, as you can hear, as we can see.
The Harrier was created in England as a medium-sized harehound with records dating back to the 13th century. Although not well known, this sturdy utilitarian packhound bred for stamina and endurance rather than outright speed. This is Harrier, number 7.
Here we have Joker, who's apparently
About
gone
halfway down and back from
across the pond and got one at Crufts, got best of opposite.
And that's a great accomplishment, too, because in England, Crufts is their Westminster. So for a dog to compete over there and then come back here and win it, it shows its true quality.
Resembles a beagle a little bit when you look.
Sure, they're a fox
Alrighty,
hunting
circle all the way
miniature,
around
so,
for me, please.
you know, that's why you're seeing these similarities come through.
He's very fit and looks like he's in great condition. Pro-plan dog.
The Ibizan hound traced back to ancient Egypt, dating at least to the 3400 BC. The dog depicted in hieroglyphics that guarded the tombs of the pharaohs is almost indistinguishable from today's Ibizan. Prized for its keen hunting ability, its primary quarry is rabbit. This is Ibizan hound, number 19.
Nice.
And first I'm going to talk about the dog, and then I'm going to talk about the handler. This dog is so lithe and light. They actually hunt by springing, and they jump in high into the air hunting rabbit. And then we have the handler here. This is an owner handler, and this is so important to our sport. These are people that are competing with professionals. And Alexandria came here, and she's won the breed again, I believe. I think this is her 2nd time.
And circle around for me.
So she's a credit to what you can be in this sport without any professional training, any extra practice. She works with her own dog, shows her own dog, and here she is for the 2nd time.
Driven by passion.
This hound should possess the speed to catch a wolf and the strength to kill it. For households that can accommodate their needs, Irish Wolfhounds typically make trustworthy and gentle companions.
Very good.
This is Irish Wolfhound, number 9.
About halfway down and back from me, back to the purple podium.
You can hear Mr. Zook giving direction. He having this large dog go about halfway down and back so he can watch the gate coming and going, of course. This is Ivan being handled by Ron Bickford, who is an
And
Emmy
circle around,
Award-winning video producer. Production.
Oh, that's cool. The tallest dog breed that can stand up to 7 feet on its hind legs.
As a loyal companion to the Vikings, the Norwegian Elkhound was originally used to hunt moose and other big game, which it still does in its native Norway. This hardy hunter did double duty as a guard dog for campsites and a herder of flocks. They were first imported to America at the turn of the 20th century. This is Norwegian Elkhound, number 10.
Here we have Josie being shown by Michael Scott. Very successful handler at Westminster, has won the group and working in other groups. Here he has his Norwegian Elkhound.
Norway gifted President Hoover a Norwegian Elkhound as a thank you for the U.S. and their help in World War I.
And circle around, sir.
And going back, you see the handler has the dog under perfect control, perfect speed for that breed.
The Otterhound is an ancient breed, but it wasn't until the 19th century in England that it came into prominence, being used primarily as a pack dog to trail and kill otters. Of all the hounds, this is the only true water dog with a waterproof coat and webbed feet. This is Otterhound, number 10.
You know, and as we're talking about these dogs, we're describing certain traits you want to see, and this is all from the AKC standard that's written to describe how you're supposed to breed these dogs, and it's very important. So we talk about this oily coat that they have, and it's because they hunted in a lot of wet terrain. So they had to have a coat that propelled the water off of them, otherwise they'd be cold and unable to hunt and sustain the people that they were hunting for.
And Melody here is not just a show dog and a fabulous coat that would repel that water, but also is a blood donor for local dogs in her community.
And another dog with unique giving back quality.
Outstanding. Let's welcome in Jamie Little. You may have seen her on our Fox FS1 NASCAR coverage. Enjoy working with you there, Jamie. We weren't going to miss this no matter what, so it's nice to have you here once again, live in New York.
Thank you, Chris. There's no place I'd rather be. I'm literally on the show floor right now, the ring. All these beautiful dogs, head to toe. How about Buddy Holly, the PBGV? He is a world-class show dog, is literally shown in Australia, England, Ireland, and now just started the U.S. tour in January, hoping to win this group here. This little dog, but great place to be. Let's go back to Michael.
All of my love, all of my kissing, you don't know what you've been.
The Buddy Holly story, and thank you very much for that.
Petit Basset Griffon Vendéen, or PBGV, is a pack dog, a French hound breed with naturally rough, wiry coat and an outgoing, active, and independent personality. It is the shortest of the 4 Griffon Vendéen breeds, hence the petite, meaning small in his name. This is Petit Basset Griffon Vendéen, number 7.
About halfway down and back.
So the height's what, about 13 to 15 inch range, is that?
Right, and so compared to the Grand, who we already saw, this is the petite version, right? But there are other differences, the head shape and ears.
The ear length, the leg length is different, so the Grand is a little more elongated everywhere.
The large, dark
nice
eyes.
all the way around, please, ma'am.
As well.
Buddy's being handled by Janice Hayes, and you'll see the tails are often wagging the entire time. Very happy, upbeat breed.
The Pharaoh Hound is one of the oldest known domestic dogs. The many depictions on Egyptian temples and tombs dating back to 4400 BC prove the antiquity of these hounds. It is thought that the Pharaoh Hound was brought by Phoenicians to the Mediterranean islands of Malta and Gozo. This is Pharaoh Hound, number 19.
About halfway down and back.
So I talked about the Trineco earlier, and this is the Pharaoh Hound. And as I said, you can see now that there's a big difference between the two breeds. And then you saw the Ibiza Hound, which is a much leggier dog compared to the Pharaoh Hound. So this is what sets all these different breeds apart. And it was about how they hunted and the way they were used to work.
Smooth movement, an exceptional jumper.
Very good, and all the way around, please.
Maybe the Knicks could sign him for the NBA playoffs.
And these are very agile dogs, so they can certainly do well.
They could go with great athletes.
A hound of striking color that traditionally brings big game to bay or tree, the Plott is an intelligent, alert, and confident dog. Noted for its stamina, endurance, agility, and determination and aggressiveness when hunting, the powerful, well-muscled Plott combines courage with an athletic ability. Loyal and eager to please, the Plott is a bold and fearless hunter. This is Plott Hound, number 10.
So when they say bold and fearless hunter, this is a dog that hunted bear.
Wow.
So they do raccoon now, but they hunted bear back in the day, and so they had to have a very tenacious temperament.
There we go.
They're a strong-willed dog.
Very
And circle
athletic.
right on around, please.
Very strong.
And state dog, as you see there, of the great state of North Carolina, Tar Heel State.
The Portuguese Podengo Pequeno is the smallest of the Podengo family. A rustic breed, they are still used for hunting rabbits in their native Portugal. With regular exercise and early training, they make lively and intelligent companions and watchdogs. The Podengo Pequeno should be longer than tall and may come in 2 coat types, smooth and wire. This is Portuguese Podengo Pequeno, number 7.
This is an endearing little breed. You know, Chris, when we talk about these dogs and what the judge is doing, they examine the head, they examine the bite, they open the mouth to see that they have correct dentition, because a lot of these hunting dogs had to have proper dentition. And we base this on a standard, and then the judge watches it walk down and back to see how true the legs move and if they're moving in the proper direction.
Yeah, do you do yourself a favor doing something out of the ordinary, or do you have to stay smooth? I mean, we know the standard is measured, but what about the movement? I want you to answer that on the next
It's
dog.
good if they present a good picture
okay,
to see.
something a little different.
An American breed, the Red-Bone Coonhound, has a strikingly beautiful solid red coat. He is a passionate, well-driven hunter that loves to please and has the intelligence stamina to excel in hunting, research, rescue, field trials, or the show ring. The Red-Bone is versatile, courageous hound that makes a wonderful companion. This is Red-Bone Coonhound, number 15.
This is another North Carolina dog named after Peter Redbone. Hence the name.
There it is. And again, so showing any personality helps the cause.
Well, you do have to make sure the judge is able to watch the game.
right
You
on
don't
around,
want to
please.
do anything that is going to distract or take away from your 2 minutes that you have in front of the judge. This is your moment.
On a big stage.
The Rhodesian Ridgeback is a dog of formidable power, dedication, and courage. As a hunter, he descends from a variety of breeds crossed with a native ridge dog in southern Africa in the 1800s. The ridge of hair on the back is the identifying mark of this breed. This is Rhodesian Ridgeback, number 7.
So, Chris, this dog had a unique job to do. So when you talk about a dog that
Halfway down and back,
was used
back
to
that
hunt
purple podium.
lion, they didn't actually bring the lion down. So when you look at this breed, they have to be agile because they had to be able to hold the lion at bay without being harmed by the lion. So you'll notice a more elegant type movement because they had to be a little more lithe than some of the other hounds.
It's quite a challenge.
And right on around, man.
I wouldn't want to take it on. I'd get a Ridgeback.
I mean, these dogs, yeah, they hold off bears and lions, and oh my.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, sorry, I fell into that.
The Salukis' elegance is deceptive. For millennia, Salukis have hunted in some of the world's most inhospitable regions. Their movement, whether in the show ring or in the coursing field, is the result of a supremely conditioned coursing hound. This is Saluki, number 11.
Got it.
New York's favorite Saluki, by the way, Walt Frazier,
Right
the
halfway
great.
down and back for me, please.
Today, the
Back to that
53rd
purple
anniversary of the Knicks' first championship. And the Saluki, this may be a good sign in New York.
Let's
never
hope.
know.
And then Stewart's hoping that he has a good night as well, right? Being handled by Julie Mueller. It's a certified therapy dog. I love seeing that and being able to talk about how our,
Very nice and all the way
show
around.
dogs are also helping their communities.
Good, I'll see him after the show.
A Scottish Deerhound is a rare breed of ancient lineage and is the royal dog of Scotland. Sir Walter Scott called them the most beautiful creatures of heaven. Shown here at Westminster since the very first show in 1877, they are dignified and gentle in temperament. They are large, rough-coated sighthounds bred to pursue game. This is Scottish Deerhound, number 15.
About halfway down and back for me, please.
Here we have Sterling being shown by Whitney Meeks, excuse me. And some people might mistake this for an Irish Wolfhound, but there's many differences.
Sure, they're much more greyhound-like in their appearance, and they have the graceful curves. But unlike, say, the Wolfhound, they don't, or the Greyhound,
Very
they
nice,
don't
and all the way
stoop
around, please.
to do their work because they were killing bigger game. So they didn't have to bend down as much as a Greyhound. That's why their necks aren't quite as long as a Greyhound. And that's the subtle differences you're going to see between these breeds.
The Slugie is a rare breed from Sighthound from North Africa, known for its hunting skills, speed, agility, and endurance over long distances. This is an ancient breed, rich in history and culture, and is equally at home in nomadic tents as in the hunt. This is a short-coated breed, is primarily a companion breed in the United States that is also proficient at lure coursing. This is Slugie, number 11.
And the Slugie breed became AKC recognized just in 2017, but they're a very ancient breed.
And this actually is the first Best in Show winning Slugie in history. So kudos to the breeders that brought this dog over.
Very nice.
I mean,
and all
look
the way
how
around,
great
please.
it's showing. I mean, this is a true testament to the temperament of these dogs.
First entered in 2017, Slugie.
The energetic treeing Walker Coonhound is perfectly suited for tracking and treeing coonhounds. Developed from the Walker, the Virginia Hounds, and the earliest English Foxhounds, the treeing Walker is a fast, alert hunter with superb endurance. The breed is intelligent and confident, sociable, and a loving family member. This is treeing Walker Coonhound, number 11.
About halfway down.
So this
back,
Treeing
please.
Walker, now that you've seen a lot of the different coonhounds, this is called the People's Choice dog because this dog had the most versatile of all the coonhound temperaments. Whereas some dogs were kind of pigeonholed into one job, this dog was the most versatile in the hunt.
And all the way around.
They have different kinds of barks to let the owner know.
Sure, and that's their signal, so you know whether they're on trail or actually are holding something at bay.
The Whippet looks similar to a Greyhound, but is smaller and is a distinct breed. For over a century, this extremely fast Sighthound has been used as a rabbit courser and a racing dog in England. The Whippet's stamina and power of acceleration are truly striking. This is Whippet, number 16.
And here's another one of those graceful S-curve
About halfway
breeds.
down and back.
Just a beautiful outline, cut so clean. And you might recognize Lori. She won the group here years ago with a bitch called Chanel. Lovely, lovely, lovely breed. I actually have two at home, so I'm partial to Whippets. I'm a fan of Whippets. I have Stewie, the 14-year-old, and Winston, the 3-year-old. Both little
right.
devils.
I'm so glad you gave them a shout out.
Yeah, I have to.
They would be so mad if you had not done that.
Yeah, these are great Frisbee dogs. Hopefully they're watching. Jason Hoke, Ale Miller, Beischer, Chris Myers were live at the National Tennis Center. And rounding out our first of 4 groups tonight, the Hound group. And there's our judge, Edmund Zook.
Now he may be making a selection next. Taking another look at the side.
And he can
both
call out
sides.
any number, right? Correct?
That's right.
5,
It's
7.
usually around 8 dogs that they'll pull. This is a large group, though. And a lot of beautiful, incredible dogs in here.
And what a variety. Sizes.
Sir, can I have the Afghan Hound, please?
All right. That was our opener.
That's the opener, and he's going to tell them exactly where he wants them. Now he's going to pull out the next, so the next handler will know where to go, how to follow in line.
Sir, would you take your borzoi bit, chop with the Afghan? English Foxhound? And the Besenhound.
That's wonderful.
Good for her.
The Otter Hound. There we go. Our blood donor. Buddy Holly's out there.
Absolutely. Real spat. Spat.
Also, a great story of Buddy Holly that Jamie Little was telling us about. In the final of the final in this group.
He's got a lot of beautiful dogs to select.
You guys are going to end up taking them one at a time. You're going to watch for my signal. End up back where you are, please, but just a little further back. All right? One at a time, watch for the signal.
You have judged, both of you, so he's looking for something else, determining.
Yeah, so we're going to see the side gate right now, and it really sets the group apart from other breeds because this breed has a light, lofty gait. You know, you're going to see the Borzoi keeping its beautiful S-curve shapes going around. You're going to see a strong gait of the Foxhound when he comes up.
That Borzoi is floating.
Just beautiful.
Oh, sounds like the English Foxhound's a favorite.
The workman-like Foxhound moving out beautifully. EIB's in.
They like that breeder owner handler,
yeah,
right?
She's just doing a great job tonight. Our tousled otter hound. And the Petit Basset.
There's Buddy Holly.
Always a crowd favorite.
Always.
Yeah, that's going to be tough to beat.
And the Pharaoh Hound, such a beautiful dog. Free and true and sound. Not missing a beat tonight.
And now the light-footed
Lofty
Saluki.
Saluki, yes. Eddie did a beautiful job. And let's see who he picks now.
And would you bring the PBGV up here, please?
Buddy Holly's coming up to the front. This could be...
Right about here for me, please. I'd like to thank you all for this beautiful group. It was humbling to be out here with all these great dogs. This is my garden group tonight. The PBGV is first, the Afghan is second, the Borzoi is third, and the English Foxhound is fourth.
Wow.
Buddy Holly takes it all.
An international dog, that international intrigue's coming through.
Singing a good tune tonight. Remember, Trumpet was the winner for Best in Show last year, coming from the Hound Group. 7 Best in Show winners have come from this group. But the Buddy Holly story continues. And a little dog and a big group of hounds.
I love that everybody's coming in and congratulating the winner. That just shows the community is so tight. We just really want to support each other, even at this level of competition.
Yeah, and it's such a thrilling win for Janice, and I'm sure she's just thrilled to give everybody a big hug and move on to Best in Show tomorrow.
The first of the 7 groups. Let's check in with Jamie Little.
What a popular win. Janice getting hugs and all around high fives, handshakes. Janice, when I talked with you earlier and you told me about Buddy Holly and how special this dog is, what made him stand out from the rest tonight?
He's just special. He's just one of those dogs. He has the it factor, type, movement. He's just a PBGB through and through.
Well, he's shown all over the world. Now he's here in America making his statement. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you very much.
All right, Jenny.
Well, we have our first winner of the night, the Petit Basset Griffon Vendéen, representing the Hound Group, the 147th Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. We'll be right back after the break.
Every day it's getting faster. Everyone said go.
Well, we have our first winner from the Hound group, Buddy Holly, the Petit Basset Griffon Vendéen. And yes, I have been looking forward to saying that. Thank you. But I got a little French in my back pocket. Let's take a look at some of the winners and the finishers from the Hound group, as well as Buddy Holly takes his picture. Guys, we had Zeta, the Afghan Hound, in second place, Piper the Borzoi, our third place finisher, and Susie, the English Foxhound, rounded out the group as our fourth place finisher. And the toys are in the ready ring. They've been waiting all day for this moment. Very attentive, may be small, but do need plenty of attention. Well, welcome back inside Arthur Ashe Stadium, where so much has already taken place this weekend, including the 10th anniversary of what has become a fan favorite, the Masters Agility Championship, which aired yesterday on Fox. And once again, the competition wowed the crowd as dogs showed off their incredible athleticism, tearing through obstacle courses full of jumps and ramps, teeter-totters, tunnels, and of course, the weave poles. We all love the weave poles. It really is like a marine boot camp obstacle course, but for dogs, endlessly entertaining. I would be horrible at this. Well, 350 dogs over 5 different height classes competed to become this year's Masters Agility Champion, and here are the results. It was Truant, the Border Collie, out of the 20-inch group, who won this year's top overall prize. So big congrats to Truant. Our other winners include Purchase, the Papillon, in the 8-inch group. A pair of Shetland Sheepdogs, Swindle and Bee, took group honors in the 12 and 16-inch groups. And Howie, the Border Collie, was the class winner in the 24-inch group. How about the toys? And that toy poodle looks about as ready as can be. Don't go anywhere. 12 minutes away.
Very good, and all the way around, please.
presented by Purina Pro Plan. And we are just about ready for the toy group, our second of the evening. And with more, here's Jamie Little, who caught up with Comet the Shih Tzu.
Look at this beautiful Shih Tzu. This is Comet. So glamorous, and great job today. Luke is the handler. Handler, tell me about this dog.
Well, Comet's a Shih Tzu, and he's currently ranked the #1 toy dog in all of the United States, and he's in the top 5 of all breeds. He's has 28 best in shows, and he's just over 2 years old. He's very young and kind of new to the circuit, so
high expectations tonight.
He's done amazing for such a young dog.
And I love this dynamic. Your wife, Diane, you show as well. You're going in the ring tonight, competing against each other. That's kind of fun. How is that dynamic?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. We're very supportive. We've always been very supportive of each other. And it's worked well for us. You know, maybe not so much for some couples, but for us, it's worked. So we're happy for each other and very supportive.
Well, best of luck to both of you tonight. Of course, the toy group coming up soon. Jenny?
Jamie, thank you so much. Well, New York has always been home for the dog show, and what a night. The toy group is next.
Dog Show is presented by Purina Pro Plan. You're live at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center.
It's time for the pint-sized stars to enter the ring. Toy dogs may be small, but that doesn't mean they can't hit a home run here at Westminster. They've got big personalities and plenty of charisma. These affectionate and social dogs are bred to be devoted companions, and when they move around the ring, you better believe they have a flair for the spotlight. So look a little closer. It's time for the toy group to knock it out of the park.
Our thanks to two-time All-Star Mets outfielder Jeff McNeil. You can catch the MLB All-Star Game July 11th on Fox. Jeff adopted a dog, Willow, in 2019 at a Citi Field event. Back to our ring announcer, Michael Lefebvre.
May we have the toy group in the ring, please?
All right, let's get
they're a little slow coming in. They're small and low, so we got to wait just a couple more seconds for them to be in the ring. Here they come.
A little bit of a narrow entrance here.
Yes.
At Arthur Ashe Stadium. No problem if it's a tennis player, but when you have a group of dogs, their first time at this great venue.
And it's great to see them all come in. You know, we have all different types of dogs in here, from spaniel type toys to terrier type toys to the exotic Chinese crested that we're going to see. So that, you know, there's a lot of variance within the toy group.
And of course, most of these breeds were bred to be companions. So there's a lot of personality, a lot of different looks.
Yorkshire Terriers, noted by the American Kennel Club as the most popular of the toy breeds.
Yes, they've been high up every time,
yep.
yeah, in all breeds.
And poodles, of course.
And toys have won Best in Show at Westminster 12 times in the past.
25 different breeds or varieties.
And as you can see, they're all just beautiful dogs, a lot of beautiful coated dogs, because they were companions that you wanted to look at. So the beauty of these breeds is what's so important.
Our judge is Mrs. Cindy Vogels from Greenwood Village, Colorado.
Yeah, and Cindy Vogels has a long history in this sport. She bred over 100 soft-coated Wheaten Terriers. She's also owned Welsh Terriers, Brittany's, Norfolks, Kerry Blues, and Greyhounds. And she's judged here 9 times, so she's a perennial favorite of Westminster Kennel Club. She's also judged Best in Show here.
Yeah, these small breeds can actually be found in every group, not just the toy group.
Afghan means monkey in German, and Pinscher means terrier. Thus, Affenpinscher means monkey dog. Small in structure and strong-willed, they are originally used to rid granaries and kitchens of small rodents. They are intelligent, acquisitive, neat but shaggy, with bold personalities. This is Affenpinscher, number 21.
Let's go through the camera, this first box, and back to me, please.
This will be Chester's last show. He will be done showing, retiring, and that's very common at Westminster, that this is the big finale. This is your big ending.
Well, for a strong finish.
Yeah, and he's won here before as well. I mean, even though this is his last show, he's done very well at Westminster in the past. And he's from a very famous kennel called Tamarin. They bred some beautiful winners through the years.
The Beaver Terrier was developed in Germany in the 1980s. This whimsical toy breed is lighthearted, intelligent, and amusing. An elegant, long-haired dog with a breed signature ponytail, its fun-loving, childlike attitude makes them a devoted and loyal companion. This is Beaver Terrier, number 11.
And here we have Chad, who won his national specialty at 1 year of age. It's a very young dog to win that prestigious win. Each breed has a national specialty, which is a show where breeders are generally judging, and it's just that breed.
Yeah, and Gail, you might have noticed when she was examining the dog, she had the dog lifted up. And that's because this breed has very specific colors, so that was a very unique exam, and they have to look for pigment and color underneath that's required or is not allowed. So that's why she lifted the dog up like that.
The Brussels Griffon is named for the capital of Belgium, where it first developed. There are 2 coat varieties, the rough that is similar to most hard-coated terriers and smooth, like that found in the pug. These little dogs, popular here since the turn of the 20th century, are devoted and intelligent companions. This is Brussels Griffon, number 20.
Down to the first box and back to me, please.
Now, this is one of those breeds described as square.
Square, cobby. They're sturdily built. The Griffon is probably one of the few in the toy group that isn't necessarily described as elegant. They're a much more compact, sturdy dog.
They top out about 12 pounds. Excuse me. That's the normal weight.
And you know, that's really important to bring up because they have to be liftable and you can carry them around.
These glamorous little dogs were bred strictly as companions and historically known as comforter spaniels, favorites in the courts of English royalty. They are ideal, gentle family pets, bred to be sound as well as beautiful, happy, and eager to please. And they make perfect therapy dogs. This is Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, number 7.
Call name Chester, and loves to surf. Gets on this boogie board in the pool and chases squirrels. Very active, very athletic.
And you know,
put them in the Olympics.
Chris, in the description of their temperaments, you are not allowed to reward a cavalier that isn't merry and happy. So you can see this dog wagging its tail, just depicting exactly what this breed should be. And that's why they love boogie boards all the time, too.
There's a smile.
Yeah.
The origin of the Chihuahua is a mystery, with guesses from Mexico to Egypt, Sudan, and Malta. It probably originated in Asia and came to Mexico in very ancient times. It is the smallest of purebred dogs, clever, gigantic in heart, and possessing terrier characteristics. Two coat varieties, long and smooth, are recognized. This is long-coated Chihuahua, number 17.
The name Hot Rod, forgive me. NASCAR coverage Sunday at Darlington Racetrack on FS1, where you're enjoying the dog show live from Arthur Ashe.
Hot Rod, of course, has a very long resume of wins. He's #1 long coat for many, many years. He won his national specialty. He's won at Westminster before.
And this is the smooth-coated Chihuahua, genetically the same breed. Legend has it that this diminutive dog was introduced into Europe as a result of the voyages of Christopher Columbus. This is smooth-coated Chihuahua, number 7.
And this is a breed, they're very popular, Chihuahuas, but you may not know that they were first entered at Westminster in 1879. So they've been around and part of the show world for a long, long time.
And according to Hexco Academic Publishing, Chihuahua is one of the top 100 hardest words to spell. If I asked you to spell, would you be able to rattle that off?
I think Xolo Ixcuintli is a little more difficult. I would put my money on that one instead.
Top 100, there's a few you'll hear throughout the next night or two.
Chinese Crested was admitted to the toy group in 1991. The breed dates back to at least the early 1500s. They appear to have come from China, although Spanish explorers found them in Mexico and South and Central America. The two types, the hairless and powder puff, are judged by the same breed standard. This is Chinese Crested, number 29.
So you'll notice this dog right away is very unique. It is one of the hairless breeds that we're going to see throughout the week here. And these dogs actually sweat through their pores like humans do, unlike other dogs that have to pant. So it's a very interesting trait that this breed has, because they're more human-like in their respiration and perspiration than any other dog, a golden retriever, anything like that.
And of course, the hair placement is, when it's not the powder puff, it's the hairless variety. I just love that. It's the head, the ankles, tail.
Long favored by royalty, the English Toy Spaniel is nicknamed the Charlie after its most famous admirers, King Charles I and King Charles II. The English toy is a robust toy spaniel with a distinctive domed head. It has a devoted companion with a charming, merry, and affectionate demeanor. This is English Toy Spaniel, number 7, Blenheim and Prince Charles.
So we have these divided into two different varieties. You're going to see the other one soon. And the Blenheim is described as a red and white dog, whereas the Prince Charles, which you're seeing, is a tricolor dog with the tan, the black, and the white. So that's the explanation of the colors.
Born and bred in Hungary, came to the U.S. at 10 weeks.
Yes, Cooper's come from Hungary, and he's done very well, broken many records. He has 147 group wins at other dog shows.
The King Charles and Ruby variety. The original black and tan coloring was said to be a favorite of the King Charles I. The Ruby is a self-colored, rich mahogany red. The charming spaniel, temperament in a small package, and an excellent companion. This is English Toy Spaniel, number 15, King Charles and Ruby.
So here's another one of our spaniels. We saw the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel and then the English Toy Spaniels. And you'll notice very similar things about them, like the wagging tail. They have to be a merry little spaniel. And, you know, they're really noted for their prized domed head, their strong jaw. They're really what's considered a head breed in a lot of ways.
They play well with children, so good family companions.
Very friendly dogs.
And great for city. If you live in a city, they're nice and compact, easy to pick up and take with you.
The Havanese is the national dog of Cuba. His high head carriage, top line rising slightly from withers to rump, rectangular body, and plumed tail carried over the back make the Havanese outline unmistakable. The unique springy gait sets this breed apart from all other breeds. This is Havanese, number 7.
to the first box.
This
and
is
back to me,
Clark.
please.
It's being handled by Tara Martin Rowell. One of his co-owners is Nancy Brown, who owned Flynn, the Best in Show winning Bichon Frise, Westminster winner.
Yeah, and it's interesting, you know, when we talk about owners, some are breeders and some are just fanciers that love, when they come to a dog show, they fall in love with a breed and they want to help somebody give it a good career and show the dog. So, you know, we need people like that that are really supporters of our sport.
Venus Williams here at the National Tennis Center. A lot of great moments. Has a Havanese named Harold. And Havanese for more. Let's check in with Jamie Little.
Well, Chris, this is a perfect time for the best at-home contest. We already have a couple. Look at that. If you've been to a Mets game, you're familiar with Shay, the beautiful Labrador retriever named after the old stadium. And look at Kona, the French bulldog, watching the dogs on Westminster tonight. We're asking you, share a photo of your dog and use the hashtag #BestAtHomeContest for a chance to win an exclusive Westminster prize pack. The best submissions will be shared on social media for fans to vote on, determine who is best at home. Michael, back to you.
The Italian Greyhound is a greyhound in miniature. His original role was probably as a hunter of small game and a companion. He is luxury-loving and extremely affectionate, sometimes to the point of neediness. Yet being a true hound, he requires exercise and outdoor activities. This is Italian Greyhound, number 10.
So we saw the Greyhound earlier, and this is a miniature version. There's a slight difference. They call for a slightly different gait. They want a little lift in the front legs. So you might see that and say, well, maybe that didn't move like the Greyhound. Well, it shouldn't quite be the same. So, you know, there's a lot of similarities, though, and this is a wonderful breed.
Another very old breed that's still here today because of the passionate preservation breeders who've kept the breed with us.
Ariana Grande and Matt Damon have owned Italian Greyhounds.
And Elvira here, she spends her time chasing gophers, believe it or not.
They are a gamey little dog. You know, they like little vermin to chase around and have a good time with.
The aristocratic Japanese Chin is one of the oldest of all toy breeds. In 1853, Commodore Perry brought several back from his trip to the historic trip to Japan. By the end of the 19th century, they were popular at dog shows in this country. It is a true companion animal of antiquity, style, tradition, and class. This is Japanese Chin, number 10.
This is one of the breeds from the Orient, and you're going to see a lot of similar traits in some of these Oriental breeds. This dog, a Japanese Chin, has a beautiful head. Just look at that face coming. The eyes are so expressive, and they actually show a little white in their eyes to have a startled expression, and that's so important. So you would see that as it came at you.
His own cheering section over there.
Yeah, it's a very popular dog.
The Maltese have been known for at least 28 centuries, making it easily one of the older breeds. Throughout much of history, royalty and people of refinement have favored this little dog. They are gentle and affectionate. The sole purpose of this small dog with the long, white, silky, straight hair is to be a companion. This is Maltese, number 15.
This breed, I think we're going to see as it's... Oh, here we go.
There's a dog in there somewhere.
This is another pigment check. So they're looking at the pads because they should have black pads. So it's not a strange exam for this dog. They're used to it, and they want to see the pigment because you'll see that around the eyes as well, and it highlights the beauty of the breed.
And that combined with the head carriage and the attitude.
The beautiful white silky coat. That coat has to be silky. It should never be cottony or woolly. And you can see that draping beautifully over the body. It looks like silk.
Fitting the standard. That's part of the confirmation along with the competition that is continuing live on FS1 from the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. We'll continue more from the toy group, our second group of the night. You'll see the pug, the Pekingese, and a lot more when we continue.
To everybody that be living it up, we say. Come on.
Well, the dogs are clearly having a ball here in Flushing Meadows, and so are we. I feel like they are in heaven. Well, the fun continues with the second half of the toy group momentarily. And with the Westminster Dog Show being held here at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center for the first time in its 147-year history, let's add a little perspective to that nearly century and a half we so often reference in passing. Among the entries listed in the first show, 2 staghounds, once owned by General George Custer. Our nation's second longest continuously held sporting event has been around longer than the U.S. Open, the Stanley Cup, and the modern Olympics. So how about that for perspective? We continue now with the toy group as we send it back to Chris Myers.
Yeah, and Jenny, this is the perfect location with Citi Field nearby, home of the Mets, the Aqueduct Racetrack, JFK, LaGuardia Airports, and St. John's University. A lot here and a lot of history as we continue live. Let's go back to our ring announcer, Michael Lefebvre.
The toy Manchester is a breed apart, is a little over 150 years old. This is a toy variety of the Manchester Terrier, named like the larger version from Manchester, England. The toy came to the United States in the larger version and was an immediate hit with people of taste and discrimination. This is Toy Manchester Terrier, number 9.
Of course, we're going to see the standard size tomorrow, but here we have the toy, the smaller of the two.
And it's interesting, you know, we talked about those curvy dogs. The Manchester does have a rise over the loin, falling off at the tail. May not look similar to some of these flat back dogs that we see. And this is another one in the toy group that you'll see these curvy curves to.
And the wedge-shaped head is unique in the toy group. They're one of the few in here with that head shape.
Correct.
The miniature pinscher is distinctly not bred down version of the Doberman pinscher, as so many people apparently believe. In fact, the toy is by far the older breed. Min Pins are alert, active, fearless, and naturally inquisitive. The Hackney gait, which is a high-stepping, free and easy gait, is correct for the breed. This is miniature pinscher, number 8.
And how do they get them so small? Well, I won't go there, but they actually, despite being compact, have a big dog personality.
A lot of the toys breeds do have that big dog personality. They're fearless. They're just happy, want to be out in the world.
And Min Pins are very courageous, and they stand on their own. They don't need a lot of guidance from the handler.
Yeah, strong-willed is the way they've been described.
There you see that unique Hackney gait.
Yeah, like a cartoon.
Papillon is French for butterfly, and the ears of this elegant toy dog resemble wings. This breed was favored by the French monarchy in the 16 and 1700s. This Royal Spaniel comes in 2 varieties. The Papillon has erect ears, and the Féline, French for moth, has drop ears. This is Papillon, number 18.
That's a cool looking. Would you say among the most in this group trainable, along with maybe the toy poodle?
Well, you do see Papillon in many other dog sports. They excel in agility. One of our agility winners in the Masters Agility Championship was a Papillon, the 8-inch.
Gail, that's a great point, because in the Papillon standard, lively appears not once, but many times. So they are a lively dog, and they have a lot of energy, and that's why they excel at agility.
The Pekingese has long been one of the most popular of all toy breeds. His tapering hindquarters, massive front end, and mane earned him the name Lion Dog. The standard calls for an unhurried, dignified, and rolling gait, as you can see here. He dates to the 8th century in China, where he was considered sacred. This is Pekingese, number 11.
And you're seeing it right there, another unique examination process. They're picking up the Pekingese because they should be heavy in the front and light in the rear, and that's because of their pear shape. So when she picked that dog up, it was to feel the heft of the dog.
Among the owners of Pekingese through the years, Elizabeth Taylor, Marilyn Monroe. Looks like there's legs under there somewhere, right?
Yes, yes,
okay.
yes. And the Pekingese is very athletic. They really are. And David has this dog in beautiful coat, but they don't have to have that coat to be a pet at home. He's doing this for the show. But
that's right. You can clip them back, and they're just so cute. You can take that coat off, and you have a wonderful pet.
A Pomeranian is a Nordic Spitz breed that takes its name from the German province of Pomerania. They have been bred down from their original 20 to 30 pound herding and sled pulling ancestors to the 3 to 7 pound size today. These spirited and loyal dogs excel in the show ring, at companion events, and as therapy dogs. This is Pomeranian, number 43.
I mean, that is a unique look, but they come in all colors, patterns.
Well,
right?
it's good you picked up on that, Chris, because these are Spitz breeds, and you heard the announcer say a Spitz from the Spitz family, and that's characterized by a very unique compact shape, high set, small ears, and a very high tail set, and that's common amongst all the Spitz. So you'll see that kind of outline and shape in all the Spitz breeds that we'll see coming up.
I mean, very noticeable.
This is Watson, being shown by Michelle Jones. And, I have to say, we all have our toy breed that we dream of having one day.
Is this one of yours?
Maybe.
I hope they're listening at home.
Congratulations.
Miniature and standard poodle, never in excess of 10 inches tall. The toy should have the same structure, intelligence, attitude, and beauty as the larger members of his family, and the same elegant style in grooming. This is Toy Poodle, number 8.
So we were talking about our international contingent. This dog comes over from England, from the famous Afterglow Kennels. They are breeders of some amazing dogs across many breeds, so they have a lot of talent.
And a following.
And these are great apartment dwellers if you're looking for
and this is another breed that doesn't have to be kept in all that hair. The hair is practical. The trim is practical. The trim is used to protect it when it would go into the water, because they would go and retrieve in the water.
The pug almost certainly originated in China, next appearing in Japan and then Europe in the 16th century. He quickly became the darling of European nobility. Pugs combine cocky confidence with a friendly, sensitive, and sincere nature. They're especially good with children. This is Pug, number 29.
This is Teddy being shown by Susie Oliveira, and he's the number 1 pug right now. Number 10 toy in the country, so top dogs, and again, the very popular toy breed.
How would you describe that tail?
So it's a tail that's curled. They call for a tight curled tail, and it has to be high set on the back, and it has to stay on the back. It shouldn't be loose, or you don't want to see a lot of movement there other than the typical roll.
A favorite breed of the Russian aristocracy, the Russian toy is elegant, athletic, and cheerful. They are known for their playfulness and devotion as companion dogs. The breed can have a smooth or long coat and comes in 6 colors. This is Russian Toy, number 9.
I mean, that's a good look. Our director, Brian Lilly, making sure the crew showing you right into the eyes of this Russian toy.
Oh, they have such a great expression, and this is only the 2nd year for this breed. Last year was their 1st year at Westminster. And here we have Cash, who's number 2 in the breed right now. Won his national specialty. It's great. But as I was saying, Jason, there are certain breeds in a toy group. I've never owned a toy. You have owned many toys.
Yes.
I have not. So I'm still trying to decide which one's in my future.
The Shih Tzu was originally developed in China's imperial courts by crossing ancient Chinese and Tibetan breeds. Later, the Shih Tzu was flourished in England and has now become popular in the States. While the show dog wears a long flowing coat, family pets look charming and are easier to maintain with a variety of short clips. This is Shih Tzu, number 15.
So obviously we've heard before, this is one of our bigger winning dogs in the toy group, a #1 toy dog currently at the time. And you know, this dog exemplifies what a Shih Tzu should be, with its long flowing double coat. It's a little different coat than the Maltese, a little thicker coated because it is double coated. And you see the chrysanthemum head, the big eyes, and they have a top knot on top too, which just sets off the whole expression of the dog.
And this dog, Comet, is the one that Jamie interviewed. Well, not the dog and owner, the handler, earlier.
A Silky Terrier is a toy with the heart of a terrier. The breed originated in Australia and is said to be a cross between the Australian Terrier and the Yorkshire Terrier. The breed was first shown in Australia in 1907, but not in the United States until the early 1950s. This is Silky Terrier, number 11.
And the Silky, with that blue-gray coat and the tan, sometimes can be confused with the Yorkshire Terrier, but it's a very different breed. If you had them side by side, you would see the differences in head and body.
Yeah, the color of the coat is considerably lighter, like you said, and they can be pigeon blue, slate blue, and then you want to see the rich tan as well.
And although they adapt to any living condition, they prefer indoors.
The Toy Fox Terrier joined the AKC Toy Group in 2003. Bred down from Smooth Fox Terriers, the Toy Fox combines the spirited terrier attitude with the typical affectionate personality of a toy dog. These are fun-loving little dogs that love human companionship and make a great show dogs, agility dogs, or wonderful pets. This is Toy Fox Terrier, number 14.
You know, we talk about the purpose of breeding dogs and improving the progeny so that their purposes can be fulfilled. This little sweetheart just had a litter of puppies not too long ago, so she's doing double duty actually, and she looks great for just having a litter not too long ago.
She has bounced back, and all the moms out there know what that's about. She looks fabulous. And you know, Toy Fox Terriers are fast and smart, so they're great in agility and other sports.
Yorkshire Terrier traces its roots to the Terriers of Scotland and Northern England. Yorkies are a distinct breed by 1870 and the first shown in 1877 at Westminster. Today's Yorkie retains the hallmark of the breed, an ideal dark blue silk body with a high head carriage and a shaded golden tan, and of course the self-importance of a toy terrier. This is Yorkshire Terrier, number 15.
Here we have Pharrell being shown by Diane Arite, who is the wife of Luke, who was showing the Shih Tzu that we just saw. So here we have a husband-wife duo battling it out here in the toy group.
Husband-wife battling it out, not all that uncommon, but coming together here for a dog show spectacular event as we are live on FS1.
And this is Pharrell's last show. He's retiring, making a big ending here.
A strong finish to a career at the first time it's being held here at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. Our judge, as we pointed out, Mrs. Cindy Vogels.
Smooth coat Chihuahua, please. English Toy Spaniel. The IG, the chin. Take, please. And the Shih Tzu. Thank you very much.
Ms. Vogels chose to make a shortcut today, really narrowing it down, but you know, it lets her focus.
In front of the people.
So she's moving the dogs around in order because the Pekingese is a slower moving breed, and she wants to give both dogs the correct space.
Can you take this group one time around together? Stop back where you are, please.
I got to say that little guy's
He's a proud little.
You like the
they call him Saucy for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, right? I mean, he's owning it there. I mean, it's like
course.
he's like leading the pack, and he's
Isn't that
smallest,
great?
yeah.
This huge arena.
It's really cool.
He's not intimidated at all.
She has a hard choice ahead of her here.
But a fun one. I think
Yes,
she's having a
yes.
good time out there.
Pekingese, please.
Pekingese, the winningest of the toy group, winningest breed.
Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu.
English Toy Spaniel. And the chin, please.
That's a beautiful selection of dogs.
The Pekingese is first. The Shih Tzu is second. English Toy Spaniel is third. And the chin is fourth.
27 group wins now for the Pekingese.
David Fitzpatrick and Rummy.
I think David's been responsible for quite a few of those group wins through the years, I must say.
Left out the little guy, but there's some choices there and a good call.
Thank you.
Good job, David.
The Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is sponsored by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements. Support your dog's joint health with Cosequin. To the ring, and Jamie Little.
And you did it again, David. We talked just a little while ago. You've been here, you've been through it before. Tell me about Rummy and how he just performed here.
He performed great. He moves so beautiful, true to Pekingese type. Lots of carriage, presence, everything you'd want here.
He's very happy. What do you do now between now and tomorrow night?
Get some rest, give him a good meal. Let him, get keyed up for tomorrow.
All right, he'll get keyed up. Best of luck to you tomorrow night.
Thank you very much.
All right, Jenny.
Jamie, congratulations again to Rummy the Pekingese, and David, a Pekingese winner again. Don't worry, the non-sporting group is on the clock.
I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house and bust her out. I had to leave real early.
Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is sponsored by the Home Depot, and we have our second of 7 group winners. Rummy, the Pekingese, wins for the toy group. And remember, the Pekingese is the winningest breed in the toy group. And another congratulations to Rummy. And let's take a look at 1 through 4 from our finishers, as well as Rummy takes that final shot. But right here, the Shih Tzu Comet, taking some pictures. Cooper, the English Toy Spaniel, was our 3rd place finisher, and Annie, the Japanese Chin, rounded out the group with a 4th place finish. And remember, Rummy will go on to compete in Best in Show tomorrow night. And who doesn't love a bulldog around here? What I like about the non-sporting group, all shapes, all sizes, all personalities. They're next. Talk Show is presented by Purina Pro Plan. Well, the non-sporting group is in the ready ring, patiently waiting for their moment. Bichon Frise. And the blowouts. The non-sporting group are so many varieties, shape, sizes, and always a smile. Well, what a night it's been thus far here in Queens. 2 groups down and 2 still to come, which gives us a moment now to reflect on tonight's venue and honor a rare breed of champion. While most come here and leave it all on the court, both Arthur Ashe and Billie Jean King did anything but. They took the game of life right to the net and fearlessly volleyed to make this world a better place.
Trailblazer. Champion. Legend. 3 words synonymous with Arthur Ashe and Billie Jean King. 2 tennis greats immortalized on these hallowed grounds. They paved the way for others, breaking barriers at every turn, from advocating for women's rights to fighting for racial equality. They transcended sports, made history, changed the world, leaving an impact that goes far beyond the confines of these courts. These American pioneers continue to influence a new generation, and their legacies live on. Here. Forever.
Wow, so inspirational. Don't go anywhere. The non-sporting group is next.
Group is ready for their close-up. As one of Westminster's original 2 groups, these 21 diverse breeds and varieties are full of stars. I mean, who doesn't love the stylish spots of the Dalmatian? Or the tough muscle of the Bulldog? And hey, that elegant trim on the Poodle would be a hit on any Hollywood red carpet. This year, the French Bulldog has claimed the top spot as America's most popular breed. These pooches would make a great Adventure City Paw Patrol. And no doubt, any one of these pups will also make a fantastic champion.
Thanks so much, Marseille Martin. And you can see Marseille in Paw Patrol, the mighty movie, on September 29th. Continuing live here from Arthur Ashe Stadium, our ring announcer, Michael LeFay.
May we have the non-sporting group in the ring, please?
12 Best in Show winners have come from the non-sporting group. The Standard Poodle, the winningest breed, with 31 group wins.
And the most recent was Seba, of course, in 2020, the Black Standard Poodle. But we love this group, right, Jason?
I love this
I
group.
know you do. You're a huge fan.
I really love it because there's such diversity in here. You have every make and shape. You have coated dogs. You have smooth dogs. There's really something for everyone in this group.
And as Marseille mentioned, the French Bulldog has become the most popular dog breed in America. The AKC surpassing the Labrador Retriever. You see the Dalmatian part of this group. And talked about Winston, a familiar name from last year that was reserve Best in Show.
Winston has come back to try and take it all. And Frenchies, of course, according to the AKC registration stats, as you said, surpassing the Labrador was a big deal. They were number one for 30 years.
That's an amazing run. Our judge, George Milutinovich from Fresno, California.
And George has been involved in the sport since his youth, 16 years of age. You know, like Gail and I, that we began as a youth, and we became impassioned with the breeds that we showed and we loved. He's most known for pugs, Italian Greyhounds, some Cocker Spaniels, Smooth Fox Terriers, Boxers, Bichons, and Russells. So he has a very diverse background.
Our third of the 4 groups tonight. Already had a PBGV winner and a Pekingese.
And he's walking down the line now, just giving a good once-over and getting himself acclimated in.
To Michael Lefebvre.
The American Eskimo dog, descended from the German Spitz, presents a picture of strength, alertness, and beauty. Bred to be watchdogs, they live to please and protect their family. This is an intelligent breed that delights in learning, as evidenced by its success in obedience and agility. This is American Eskimo dog, number 9.
Good, thank you.
And you'll see on the graphic there that Stetson has many acronyms after his name. That means that he's very active in other dog sports, and he's very trainable and likes to work and likes to learn.
Shaking out the nerves.
And Gail, don't you think that this is a very important part of our sport? Whatever the job that they're actually bred for, they can do other things. So if you don't want to show in conformation, the reason we do this is to make a dog look that way. But then you can have it in agility, fast cat, and anything that you want to have them try to do to engage them.
Smiling face, black nose.
The Bichon Frise originated in the Mediterranean area, ultimately arriving in France. The name means small dog with curly hair, giving the appearance of a living powder puff. This high-spirited little fellow is a wonderful companion dog. This is Bichon Frise, number 8.
Bite, please.
And we enjoyed 2018 when the Best in Show winner was a Bichon Frise. Flynn from this group.
And here we have another one of the international entries. This dog is from South Korea.
And you know, when you're looking at the Bichon, it's so unique because it has this plush, gorgeous coat that should spring back when you touch it. And when you look at their eyes and their nose, it forms a triangle. So that's how you tell if the head is shaped correctly. And they're another lively breed. I mean, they are nonstop energy. They're really a clown in the ring. You can see this just by what you're seeing right now, bouncing around and having a great time out there.
I see you looking at me, Jason.
Right.
Congratulations.
The Boston Terrier did indeed originate in the Boston area and was recognized by the AKC in 1893 as the first American-bred dog. The Boston's alert expression, lovable disposition, characteristic square head, and markings give him style and well-earned name, the American Gentleman. This is Boston Terrier, number 18.
And we had a Boston Terrier named Brewski, Guinness World Record for the dog with the largest eyes at 28 millimeter in diameter, was named after the Patriot linebacker Teddy Brewski.
Wow.
You had me going in the wrong direction when you said his name was Brewski. I thought the record was going to be for something different.
Yes. Yeah, you sound like a bar owner in Wisconsin.
I am, yes.
Okay.
Shout out to Wolves.
All right, I'll be there.
The Bulldog's traits of courage and tenacity have long made him a symbol of determination, yet despite his tough guy good looks, He is a fun-loving and sociable breed. The Bulldog is most happy in his role as an affectionate companion. This is Bulldog, number 8.
Good call.
And here we have Star, who is the number 3 dog in the country right now, number 2 of the non-sporting group.
Yeah, and I just adore this breed in general. I mean, they're such a unique and detailed dog, from the broad U-shaped underjaw. The jaw juts out, and the head has this beautiful slant backwards, a rise over the top line, pear-shaped dog.
Very nice.
And
Beautiful.
And of course, Star's from the famed Cherokee Kennels.
Yes, Cody Sickles done a wonderful job breeding for many, many years.
Star, the Philadelphia Stars. Think of the USFL. Hey, the 2023 USFL season this weekend on Fox continues. The Houston Gamblers at Birmingham Stallions Saturday at 4 Eastern. Then Sunday, the Showboats of Memphis against the New Orleans Breakers. That's at 3 Eastern on Fox and streaming on the Fox Sports app.
The Chinese Shar-Pei probably dates to the Han Dynasty, about 200 BC. The name literally is translated as sandskin or sandpaper-like coat. Originally a multi-purpose farm dog, the breed has made a remarkable comeback from near extinction in the 1960s. This is Chinese Shar-Pei, number 17.
All right, so Jason Gale, the face very distinguished, obviously. I know there's 2 breeds here, but 2 different types.
Just a third of the way down, if you will.
And I'm sure that's fitting a certain standard. I'm not sure. I'm not sure
so
if you could explain that.
They have wrinkles on their head and their body. They have a very plush muzzle, and that's due to a certain
very nice. And one
liquid in their head that they actually can shrink and grow, especially the females. And he did check for the blue-black tongue, the purple tongues. They want to see this color in the tongue.
The Chow Chow, one of the oldest recognizable dogs, was discovered in China more than 2,000 years ago. Originally used for hunting, herding, and protection, today is primarily a companion dog. The Chow Chow has a blue-black tongue and a stilted gait, and either a smooth or a rough double coat. This is Chow Chow, number 19.
And we're going to see that same exam right now where he checks for the tongue. Okay. Because they have to have that pigment on the tongue. It's very important. It's a unique characteristic of these breeds.
And that coat, that is, she is
and just
gorgeous coat.
Well, and they do have smooth coated too. So there's 2 different coat styles. So, you know, if this might be a little bit much coat, you can get the smooth type as well. And they're a stilted gaited dog. They have a high tail set, very Spitz-like. Again, Chris, like we talked about earlier. It has Spitz characteristics.
He's very masculine, perfect condition.
Looks powerful.
They have a scowl to their face. It gives them that excellent expression, that really gritty look to them.
That's a good look.
Tales of 16th century pirates and shipwrecks surround the Coton de Tuliar, a breed developed on the island of Madagascar. Their name derives from the cottony texture of their coat. Cotons are agile, intelligent, quirky, and clown-like. They are readily adaptable to all lifestyles and become treasured companions. This is Coton de Tuliar, number 21.
This is Sunny. It's the number 1 Coton in 22 and 2023. He loves the snow, which is a little funny because what if he was in a snowbank, would you be able to find it?
No, I don't think so.
Blend right in.
Now that coat and of course that top line are unique to this breed.
Sure, they have a cotton-like coat, so it's not as silky as, say, a Maltese's coat. It's very different in that texture.
Congratulations.
The Dalmatian is known as the original coach dog. His endurance and natural affinity for horses led to an early role as the guardian of horse-drawn vehicles. His striking coat, uniquely coupled with a durability and loyalty, made him a popular firehouse mascot and a devoted family dog. This is Dalmatian, number 14.
Michael mentioned, obviously, the connection we always make with the fire chief or fire engines. They were actually used during World War II to help transport secret messages as well.
These breeds have been used in many different ways to help us and humans throughout our, throughout history, frankly.
And they were used to calm the horses as well for the carriage dogs. So, you know, they applied to humans and horses as well.
Sharing a common ancestor with the modern bulldog, the smaller French bulldog originated in the 1800s as a companion for English lace makers. Exported to France, they soon became very popular in Paris. These funny little clowns are a popular companion breed throughout the world. This is French Bulldog, number 7.
So, there you go.
This will be a crowd favorite, right?
Just because Reserve and Show last year, one of the favorites this year, one of the more familiar. I don't know if we're seeing as many that we're familiar with from last year or the last couple of years.
Well, he's been recognized by a lot of judges through the years, so obviously he has traits that appeal to everybody. But, you know, as we've seen in a couple other groups, dogs come from the Pekingese that won wasn't even ranked this year, so you never know.
And his owner, an NFL player, Morgan Fox and company.
A member of the Spitz family, the Quaisans' luxurious standoff coat and unique expressive markings are its key characteristics. They are known for their keen intelligence and outgoing and friendly nature. The Quaisan is a consistent top performer in agility and in obedience trials. This is Quaisan, number 17.
There's a great view of the Quaisan's face. They wear spectacles, so you can see that around the eyes, and it's a hallmark of the breed, and without it, it's not a Quaisan. So,
and the last time, the only time a Quaisan has won the group at Westminster was in 1968. So maybe Bandit's going to change that. I'm sure Bandit wants to change that record.
First year entered, all the way back 1931.
Very nice.
These are good therapy dogs.
And Chris, there's another one of your Spitz breeds as well.
We're starting to keep track here.
That's right.
The Lhasa Apso is an ancient Tibetan breed, long serving as a watchdog inside homes and monasteries. British Colonia, summering in the Himalayas, imported the breed to England. Considered sacred in his native Tibet, he is treasured today as a clever, enchanting companion. This is Lhasa Apso, number 15.
So, you know, we saw the Maltese earlier, and the coat texture on this dog is a little different. It's a much heavier coat, and it's also denser because where they live, Tibet. So they had to have this coat to protect their limbs, their organs, because they were in much colder climate. This is just a beautiful example. You can see that flowing coat as it walks up and down, tail set high over the back, curling over.
Nice. Thank you. And once around, please.
An excellent job of grooming.
But again, if you want a Lhasa Apso as a pet, you can cut that dog's coat back and still have that wonderful.
Make adorable pets, yes.
That's right, a wonderful breed.
Well, we're halfway through the non-sporting group. We're live here on FS1 from New York. We already have winners in the hound and toy group so far tonight.
I made you look, yeah, I look good in my Versace dress. But I'm hotter when my morning hair's a mess. 'Cause even with my hoodie on, bet I made you look. I made you look. Yeah, I look good in my Versace dress. Take it off, but I'm hotter when my morning.
are sponsored by Purina Pro Plan. Nutrition that performs. We're live in Flushing Meadows, Corona Park in New York. Let's check in. We'll get back with the non-sporting group in a moment. Back with Jamie Little.
Well, Chris, the dogs made a big splash here for the first time at Westminster. We had dock diving. Dogs of all shapes, sizes, ages competed. And look, the rules are easy. All you need to do, take the dog's favorite toy, throw it in a body of water while your dog waits on the dock. Then you give them the command to jump as far as they can. So much excitement. Look at the little dogs, the big dogs. And we congratulate all of the winners. Look at that. Anybody can do it at home. If you have a dog, take them to a body of water and do some dock diving. It's always a crowd pleaser. And how about the Belgian Malinois? Jumped over 5 feet. You see it right there. A Cairn Terrier, a Russell Terrier. So fun. We're so happy to have it here at Westminster. Back to you, Chris.
All right, wow. You know, the all-time record, though, held, it's 36 feet 6 inches by a Whippet from Washington State.
Go Whippet.
Sounders. Yes, that's good stuff. Entertaining. Thank you, Jamie. Set back to Michael.
Depicted in art since the 1400s, the Lauchen translates as German as little lion dog. The breed originated in Central Europe as a companion dog. This versatile small dog has changed little in over 600 years. It is identified by the distinctive lion trim, gaily carried tail, and mischievous personality. This is Lauchen, number 7.
And Lauchens were one of our hidden gem breeds this year. That means they have a low number of entries each year. They're lesser known. And there were only just a little over 100 registered with the AKC this year. But we want people to know about these breeds. They're a fabulous breed. They're so fun. They're so smart. And, of course, for the show ring, they have their unique
Very
clip.
nice. And once around, please.
This dog, apparently, the owner just jumps in a flight bag or suitcase when they're packing because he wants to leave with the owner.
Well, you don't want to be left at home.
And he might fit. Hey, well, I want to go back to the dock diving with Jamie was showing because this is my favorite here. And this is a bulldog. Look at how he considers this. And then that's the plunge. Bulldog dock diving. That could be a show on Fox after Farmer Wants a Wife. Anyway, I think dock diving may be something we'll add to the agility. Go back to Michael.
The poodle is a very old hunting dog of unknown origin. Germany and France both had their poodles, but it was the French who made it their national dog. Poodles come in 3 varieties based on size, but they are all one breed. In this group, there are the standard, over 15 inches, and the miniature, under 15 inches, but in excess of 10 inches. The toy poodle was exhibited in the toy group. This is miniature poodle, number 12.
So we talked about the trim a little bit earlier. This dog's in what's called an English saddle trim, so it's a little different. And as I said before, the puffs on the front and the rosettes on the rear protect the joints. And that pom-pom on the tail actually acted as a rudder while they were in the water.
Thank you. And once around, likes her cheering section.
Yes, all right. Does the color matter in this particular?
They have specific colors they require, yes.
Here on the standard poodle, the clip we see today in the show ring is derived from practical considerations. The covering on the chest and joints protected these areas when the dog is retrieving game in water. And the puff on the end of the tail is said to be a French jab at the British lion. This is standard poodle, number 19.
Very nice. Thank you.
So we have Jason Lynn coming up showing the poodle. He's an excellent handler. He came over from the UK. The dog is bred there. Was judged by Anne Ingram today, and she's a poodle expert. So he was judged by one of our best and she's from Ireland as well. So it was a very international group.
Once around, please.
He was actually bred in the U.S. and then grew up in the U.K.
Right, and he had a great career over there.
Absolutely.
Schipperke originated in Belgium. He is an active and agile watchdog, vermin hunter, and devoted family pet. Schipperkes are adaptable at home, both in city and country environments. Their unique coat pattern and silhouette distinguish them from all other breeds. This is Schipperke, number 12.
And not necessarily derived from the Spitz, right, or Pomeranian, but a smaller version of the Belgian
You'll see
sheepdog.
some of those traits, you know, with the small, high-set ears, well set on the head, compact shape, square, short-backed.
Very unique outline.
Yes, this is what we call a silhouette breed. It's very important to have the correct silhouette and the correct coat.
Very nice. And once around, please.
I think they're quite fascinating because they have such an intense look to them when you look at them in the eye.
The Shiba Inu is one of the ancient Japanese hunting breeds. They are smart, foxy little dogs with an independent nature. Shibas can be strong-willed, but with socialization and training, they make wonderful, loyal companions and can participate in many dog sports. This is Shiba Inu, number 15.
Good job.
And earlier I was talking about young handlers. This is a 9-year-old handler. She shows this
That's
dog
great.
in junior showmanship. And I bet she's going to do a great job. Our
Yeah.
juniors are excellent handlers.
That's amazing at age 9 to be showing.
Just a third of the way down and back.
Can you imagine the pressure coming here where you Serena and Venus played and you're a child that could have seen them play and being on the floor?
And there's
It's just amazing.
a quote in here, Jason, from Billie Jean King about handling pressure.
Pressure is a privilege.
Very nice.
That's right. That's her line.
But as you see, she's competing against professional handlers.
Just a great job.
The Tibetan Spaniel originated in the Himalayas over 2,000 years ago. Their keen eyes and ability to see great distances made them exceptionally good guard dogs for Tibetan monasteries. These little lions are alert, intelligent dogs who thrive on human companionship. This is Tibetan Spaniel, number 23.
In this unique history, the fact that Tibbies were
Just a
part
third
of
of the way down and
monasteries,
back,
right?
if you
They
will.
lived in monasteries, or part of that lifestyle.
Sure, they said that the legend is that they spun the prayer wheels in the monasteries. And you know, when we look at this dog's face coming at us, they have an ape-like expression. It's very indicative of a correct expression on this breed.
Thank you. And once around, please.
And you know, if you saw the Pekingese and maybe that was a little too much hair, this breed is kind of similar in some ways, but a little less coated dog.
The herding group, not far off. That'll be the final group for this night. 7 groups total over 2 nights before Best in Show live from Arthur Ashe Stadium. You're watching FS1. Pause up. Michael LaFay, take it.
The third of the 3 native Tibetan breeds in the non-sporting group is the Tibetan Terrier, also bred and raised in monasteries well over 2,000 years ago. The breed was called a terrier because it is its size. He is a dog of great ability, and his prize is an intelligent, loyal, and affectionate companion. This is Tibetan Terrier, number 10.
Thank you.
You know, when we talk about our sport, we talk about people that are professional handlers, breeder owner handlers. Some play a dual role. So Lois, she shows this dog, but she bred it. She and her sister, they've been in this breed forever. They've been dedicated to it. Lois shows other dogs for other people, but this is the breed that speaks closest to her heart.
That's what I always see at the end of her lead, is a beautiful example of a Tibetan Terrier.
Reagan came out of retirement for this show.
Well, he's in great condition. He looks fabulous out there.
The Xoloitzcuintli, Squintly, or Xolo as it is commonly called, is the national dog of Mexico.
Congratulations.
These dogs descended from hairless dogs prized by the Aztecs and revered as guardians of the dead. Their keen intelligence, trainability, and natural cleanliness make him a unique and valued pet today. This is Xoloitzcuintli, Squintly, number 7.
This is what, Jason, we asked about the spelling bee earlier. Of
This one's harder. I think it's Chihuahua. I'm sorry.
It's tough enough to say, let alone to spell. But you heard Michael eloquently deliver.
And you know, we saw the Chinese crested earlier. So this is a similar type of dog as far as the skin. They're hypoallergenic, so they're great with people with allergies to have at home. They're wash and wear. I mean, there's not a lot of hair. So if you want a low maintenance dog, that's the one for you.
This dog's being handled by Dylan Kip Keith, who's a multi-generation handling dog family.
Does he have the X factor?
Sharpay. This is the exciting part where he starts to really narrow it down. We have the Bichon.
Pulling him out right away. This is great.
The Bulldog, the Sharpay, the Chow Chow,
really
the Dalmatian, and the French Bulldog.
The standard poodle is the skipper.
Standard and the skipper.
This is a great lineup. I'm looking at that Bulldog, and I must say that's a
Can we
beautiful,
scoot them all back, please, a little bit?
I have to say I've awarded quite a few of these.
Please, let's take them around one at a time, please, and we'll wind up right where you are, okay? One at a time.
It's a big group.
All the way from South Korea.
Yeah, just strutting his stuff. Bulldog with that strong, determined motion. Sharpay very light on his feet today. The Chow with that classic stilted gait.
Here comes the Dalmatian.
Free moving.
Winston, the Frenchie.
French Bulldog.
Popular as ever.
Standard poodle with a beautiful poodly carriage.
And the skipper key. That unique outline, even on the move.
Winston's out there being a little bit of a ham, I think.
He wants it.
The Frenchie.
Oh, boy. He's being pulled out first.
The standard poodle.
The Bulldog is third. The Bichon is fourth.
Thank you very much. First to the Frenchie, second to the standard poodle, Bulldog, Bichon.
Most popular breed and most popular tonight. In hand of the group winner.
Winston gets a second chance at Best in Show.
Some never do, so that's a great achievement for him to go back and try to finish it off this time.
Handler Perry Payson. For the owners, Sandy Fox, Morgan Fox, Alexandra Verbach.
Yeah, Morgan, the defensive end, the NFL player who helped Frenchie to reserve Best in Show behind Trumpet last year. Let's check in with Jamie Little once again.
I don't think he has changed one bit back, trying to get one spot better this time. Perry, speak to the spirit of little Winston here.
Oh, what you see, looking around the last time, and he just launched into that box. It shows his athleticism, right, and his personality. And he's so beautiful. He just steals your heart, makes you smile.
You could tell he loves what he does, right?
He does, absolutely.
All right, best of luck tomorrow night.
I appreciate you guys.
Right. Thank you. Jenny.
Jamie, everyone is loving the Frenchie. Boy, did he win over the crowd. We have our winner from the non-sporting group, and we are not done. Stay with us. The herding group is next. show is presented by Purina Pro Plan. Well, Winston really had everyone cheering so loud. The Frenchie wins from the non-sporting group, and he is back. Remember, Winston was our reserve Best in Show winner last year, which is pretty impressive and incredible to think that Winston could have another shot at Best in Show. Boomer was our second place finisher. The Standard Poodle, Star the Bulldog, and Mond, the Bichon Frise, was our fourth place finisher. But I want to remind you who we've already seen tonight. We have 3 groups complete, and the PBGV. Buddy Holly was our first winner of the night. The Pekingese, somewhat of a surprise, taking home the win for the toys. Rummy and Frenchie, maybe no surprise there, because as we've been saying throughout the night, the Frenchie is now the most popular breed in America. And the herding group, the fourth and final group of the night, is still to come. But now a moment to spotlight an initiative all animal lovers can really support. The Westminster Kennel Club and Purina Pro Plan are proud of their partnership to support purposefully bred dogs and the dedicated preservation breeders who have brought so many dogs to Queens for this prestigious competition. Tonight is a celebration of their hard work and commitment to their breeds. In 2018, Westminster launched the Westminster Gives Back Dog Rescue Awards, offering donations to 3 national breed clubs in support of their efforts. The clubs receiving the $5,000 award for 2023 are the Havanese Club of America Rescue, the Newfoundland Club of America Rescue, and the Goto Romagnolo Dog Rescue. And if you'd like to contribute to this great cause, visit westminsterkennelclub.org to purchase one of these beautiful posters commemorating this year's show. And when we come back, Jamie Little caught up with one of the favorites in the herding group, a beautiful Australian Shepherd. Don't go anywhere. Editorial coverage of the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is sponsored by the Home Depot. We're not done, guys. The herding dogs are getting ready, and there is the Moody getting some last looks, a little primping, and I think might be ready for the big stage. Well, Jamie Little has had so much fun all night. She may have the best seat in the house, having a lot of fun.
Oh, yes, Jenny, just having a little fun back here. This is Ribbon. Look at this face, those eyes, absolutely stunning. Jessica, her handler here, getting ready for the night, night number
Very exciting,
one. What are
very
these moments
exciting.
like for both of you?
It's unbelievable. This dog has just done so much in just a short period of time I've been showing her, and she just proves that she is a big winner.
She loves everybody. She's so loving. You could tell she has fun. What is she like when she's not showing?
When she's not showing, she loves to swim. We take her to the lake all the time, and she chases the waves, and she barks at the waves and chases the fish, and she loves dock diving, and she has all of her dock diving titles, and she does everything. Loves life.
Ribbon is an all-around girl. Good luck. Jenny, back to you. Herding is coming up next.
Jamie, thank you. That Australian Shepherd, so special. We're about 2 minutes away from the herding group. They have been patiently waiting, our fourth and final group of the evening. And in case you haven't heard by now, we are at the historic Arthur Ashe Stadium in Flushing Meadows, and the dogs, well, they're having the time of their life.
We fell in love with him as soon as we saw him. How do you not? He's an extremely good representative of his breed. He's a bloodhound, so he's a little bit naughty. They're a little stubborn, but he lights up when he gets in that ring, and the more people clap and the more they cheer, the more he gets into it. When he is just getting ready to turn 4, we were sitting there watching him at a national specialty, and we're like, he's ready. We started showing him in January, and within the first month, he had his first Best in Show, and he just kept going. Nutrition plays the most important role in bringing out the best in him. Purina Pro Plan is the right choice for Trumpet because I know that it is going to give him everything he needs to maintain his coat, his skin, his muscle, and help him do his job every day.
I'm very honored to announce the Best in Show winner is the Bloodhound.
Trumpet goes Best in Show. When Trumpet was announced Best in Show at Westminster, We were all screaming and crying and clapping our hands, just completely overwhelmed. Trumpet has embraced it because he's such a good ambassador for our breed, because he's so outgoing and so welcoming to complete strangers. Every day's a good day when he gets up, and we know it's going to be a good day. I can't wait to see what the future holds for Trumpet.
The Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is presented by Purina Pro Plan. Live at the National Tennis Center, the roof is closed, and we are what would be courtside. It's really ringside for the dogs. You know, of the 3 previous groups we've seen the last 3 years, a winner from that group has gone on to win Best in Show. It's been, 2017 since we've had a herding group winner. But what catches your eye of the first 3 group winners tonight?
Well, we had that little international mystery happening with the PBGB from the UK winning their hound group. And then we had 2 breeder owner handlers win the toy group and the non-sporting group. We had the Pekingese and the French Bulldog. And that's a great tribute to our breeders that come here and win on their own.
The popular Winston, who's back for more. And how about looking ahead to the herding group? What are you be watching closely?
Looking ahead, I'm going to be looking at the Australian Shepherd Ribbon, who's with Jessica Plord, #1 herding dog, or one of the top herding dogs. And then, of course, there's the Bouvier coming with Larry Fenner, Bouvier de Flandre. It's a top winning dog who was here last year and is our herding champion. And then also we have the Old English Sheepdog, which is being handled by a 16-year-old junior handler. And she placed second in juniors last year at Westminster, but we're excited to see her competing with the adults.
All right, Gail and Jason, analysis for our final group of the night, and our friend Danica Patrick will introduce us to this group. These dogs, athletic, focused, highly intelligent, just like one of the great drivers on the track that Danica was and that we watch on Fox and FS1.
I can relate to this next group. As a race car driver, I was used to driving in circles, and the dogs in the herding group category do the same when gathering and protecting their livestock. These 33 loyal and intelligent breeds can control the movement of other animals and might even gently herd your kids. Not to worry though, I know firsthand they make amazing family members. The Belgian Malinois, like my girl Ella, and German Shepherds are commonly used for police and military work. And speaking of the German Shepherds, they dominate this group with an amazing 18 wins. So make way, Westminster, for the herding group.
Thank you, Danica. Always good to hear you. And, of course, watch NASCAR on Fox. FS1 this weekend, Darlington in South Carolina. The track with the nickname Lady in Black as we get closer to Mother's Day. Let's head back to our ring announcer, Michael LaFay.
May we have the herding group in the ring, please.
The herding group, the latest to be recognized, 1983. 2 Best in Show winners have come from this group.
And of course, the herding group, you'll see different coats, you'll see different lengths of body, you'll see all kinds of differences. And it's based, of course, on the terrain and the environment in which they would guard or herd their livestock.
German Shepherd will get a little collies.
You have your border collies, your Briards, of course your corgis, both types of corgis, the Pembroke and the Cardigan, and then the Bergamasco, very unique coats.
The Pembroke Welsh Corgi has the most consecutive wins with 3 in this group. There's the German Shepherd.
And it'll be interesting. We'll get to talk about the different types of herding too, because just because we say herding, it doesn't mean they're all done the same way. So it's really important to differentiate the different styles of herding within the herding group.
It gets really complicated.
It does.
Yeah, we mentioned German Shepherd. There was rumor back in 2017 that ended up winning Best in Show. Our judge, Thomas Cohen from Great Barrington, Maine.
Tom has been breeding Shelties, Shetland sheepdogs, for over 50 years. He, under the famed kennel name McDaga. He handled for 30 years and then got his judge's license and is now at this point in his career where he's judging the herding group at Westminster. But he is one of our well-known, very successful breeders and handlers. But as I said, he's Shetland sheepdogs, collies. That's the background. But of course, he knows all of the herding breeds.
Yeah, he's quite well versed in all of the breeds.
To Michael Lefebvre.
Originally bred to herd cattle in the rugged Australian outback, the Australian cattle dog is tough, courageous, intelligent, and possesses great stamina. Their loyalty, devotion to duty, and protective instincts make them self-appointed guardians of the family and property. Adult coats are flat-lying, weather-resistant, and can be either red or blue. This is Australian cattle dog, number 19.
So we discussed that there's going to be different types of herding. These were drovers, so these drove cattle in wide or confined areas over large distances. And one of the unique things about this dog is that this area between the eyes is called a stop. And they call for a moderate stop because it protected the dog. If the cattle kicked the dog, it would slide off its head. So that little detail protected the dog.
It's all in the details.
It's all in the details.
The Australian Shepherd was actually developed in western United States, where this versatile and intelligent breed has been valued by ranchers for decades as an exceptional herder. An eminently trainable dog, their athleticism and skill led them to succeed in a wide range of endeavors from search and rescue to obedience, agility, and flyball events. This is Australian Shepherd, number 24.
We saw earlier dock diving, Jamie's report at our Bulldog Plunge. This dog actually does have some dock diving titles.
That's incredible. Well, you can tell she's very athletic. The breed is very athletic, and I'm sure she's in fabulous physical condition. She looks like it from here. This is the number 1 Aussie, of course, ribbon, and number 2 herding dog officially.
Thank you. Right around.
And just to note, they're not from Australia. Even though it's in the name, they're not from Australia. They're American bred dog.
Love the eyes.
The bearded collie, or beardy, is an old ink Scottish breed that achieved recognition in the United States in 1977. It is happy to work sheep, play with children, jump through hoops, or do anything with their people. Beardies are independent thinkers, so early fun and imaginative training is the key. This is Bearded Collie, number 12.
Gail, I think you're going to have something to say about this breed. It's kind of close to you, isn't it?
It is. This is the breed that my parents bred and I grew up showing and handled for many, many years. And this is Paige, who's being handled by Julie Kempster, who I've known for a very long time.
I have as well. I actually showed some of their dogs back
Canada?
in the day.
This is from Canada, that's right. Julie Kempster and B. Salk have been very successful breeders of bearded collies and had top-winning Canadian dogs and American dogs.
Most entries from a foreign country.
Right around.
Canada, followed by Japan, Mexico, and South Korea in our coverage over these 2 nights here.
That was the Beardy Bounce. This is what they're known to do.
The Beauceron is an old and distinct French breed, bred and selected for their aptitude to herd and guard large flocks of sheep. The ideal Beauceron is a well-balanced, solid dog of good height and well-muscled without heaviness or coarseness. A formidable dog, he commands respect wherever he goes. This is Beauceron, number 9.
And as you said, Jason, there are different jobs, different functions. Obviously, this dog's a little larger, a little heavier.
Okay.
Was used for guarding.
Sure, it was kind of a dual-purpose dog, so it was a guardian of sheep, but it would also move 200 to 300 heads of sheep over many miles each day.
And the French Army used the Beauceron in World War I and II, helping with bomb detection, among other things, messenger as well.
Right, and it shows the versatility. They were police dogs, as you said, military dogs. It is a breed that really does require a job.
Right
so if you're considering them, if you're an active person, that's a dog that's great for you because they want to work in some way, shape, or form.
The rarest of the 4 native Belgian breeds, the Belgian Malinois, is an affectionate, alert, and intelligent dog, bred to herd and guard flocks and fields. This breed's main difference, besides his region of origin, is his rough, coarse coat. This is Belgian Lacanois, number 8.
And this is the first of our Belgian herding breeds. But I'd like to go back to that, Jason, that these herding dogs need to have a job. They were bred to work, they want to work, and if you don't do something with them, whether it's fun in a sport or give them a real job, they might start getting into trouble.
Yeah, they are always on the move. They are thinking. They're such intelligent dogs that if you bore them, it's just like an intelligent person. They can get into trouble if you leave them to their own devices. That's great. Look at that, just standing there wagging its tail, just having a blast out here today. We love to see that. These dogs are just enjoying themselves.
The Belgian Malinois is one of 3 similar Belgian herding dogs recognized in the country. The Malinois is distinguished from the other Belgians by its short coat ranging in color from fawn to mahogany. A proud, agile, strong dog, full of life, it excels at police work, search and rescue, and performance competition. This is Belgian Malinois, number 11.
We're talking about service since 1908. This breed working with New York City Police, Belgian Malinois.
The intensity of this breed is amazing. You know, they will jump walls that are 12 feet high when they're going to on searches for any kind of criminal activity. They'll go over a wall that a human can't even scale. It's just amazing, their agility, that their strength is unsurpassed.
And they're selected to do those jobs because of their predictability. The predictability, of a purpose-bred dog makes them perfect for those types of jobs.
Let's check in with Jamie Little.
Well, Chris, you may have noticed tonight that many of the handlers are wearing a purple lapel ribbon, and that's in support of the Purple Leash Project. It's Purina's initiative to create more pet-friendly domestic violence shelters in the U.S. where abuse survivors can escape and heal with their pets. Visit purpleleashproject.com to learn more. Michael, back to you.
The Belgian Sheepdog with this distinctive long black coat was originally bred as a versatile working farm dog and family dog. Herding in the flock and guarding the home, today they are active and successful in many events, such as herding, obedience, tracking, and agility trials. This is Belgian Sheepdog, number 11.
It looks like if you took a collie and a German Shepherd and kind of mashed them together there, would you come up with a Belgian Sheepdog, or at least
the interesting thing about these is they're a little different shape than those dogs because they're very compact. I mean, this is another one of those silhouette breeds where we want to see this square shape. And I can tell you, I've been taught by the experts, they always required that square shape.
The Belgian Tervuren is the 4th of the Belgian breeds. The coat color is generally fawn to russet mahogany with a black overlay. Bred to herd and guard, these dogs excel as search and rescue dogs and in all areas of competition. The breed's versatile and graceful, eye-catching appearance are prized by their owners. This is Belgian Tervuren, number 23.
And this is a great example of what we were just talking about. This dog has several titles in other sports. Utility dog, excellent, which is a high level obedience. It's obedience master. Rally, it's done all of that work, and it's in part because they're very trainable. They were originally bred to work with man and for people, and so they take command, they learn command and cues, and they can excel in other sports.
Muscular frame, proudly carried head.
And of course, that unique coat. It's a beautiful coat.
Base color can be warm fawn or mahogany or a little black.
The Bergamasco Sheepdog is an ancient alpine herding and guarding breed. This medium to large, muscular, and heavy-boned dog has an abundance of coat that forms flocks, allowing them to blend in with the sheep and providing insulation from the climate and protection from predators. The Bergamasco Sheepdogs are intelligent, loyal, and eager to please, making them a wonderful family companion. This is Bergamasco Sheepdog, number 12.
So right away, we're looking at this coat.
Yes,
And we'll see another dog later, the pulley, in the group. And this is not the same type of hair. So these are called flocks. And it's made up of 3 different textures of hair. You have the undercoat, the outer coat, and the goat hair. And the undercoat's short and dense and fine in texture. The goat hair's long and straight and rough. And the outer coat's woolly. So that's why you see these varying textures throughout the look of that dog.
How do you keep that clean?
That's it. You just bathe it just like any other dog.
Bathing, all right, but then drying might take days. You need 2 or 3 hair dryers.
It takes a little while to dry the dog.
Yeah, I saw some of them in the grooming tent, or at least some work on that.
The Berger Picard is thought to be the oldest of the French herding breeds. The Berger Picard is a medium-sized dog with a rustic, tousled appearance. Naturally erect ears and may be fawn or brindle in coloration. People-oriented and loyal, the Berger Picard makes a good family pet if properly socialized. This is Berger Picard, number 7.
This is a great example of a very naturally shown dog. It's a natural coat. It's not supposed to be overly groomed. And I think we like that about it. It's that tousled, very rustic appearance.
Yeah, and it goes back to their roots and origins. I mean, these dogs didn't grow a lot of hair, but they had a protective coat that was easy to maintain. You know, when you were herding sheep, you didn't have to have a dog that needed to be groomed. You had to have a dog with a natural coat that was protective, and that's what this coat is for.
Thank you. Right around.
Requires monthly brushing.
Monthly, though, not daily.
I know, that's a good deal.
A big difference.
We better ask him about that.
Product of Scotland and England, the Border Collie is the premier herding dog. Their ability to manipulate sheep is legendary, as is their prowess in obedience and agility. Although easily trained, they are so highly motivated to work that they are perfect for the farm, but not for apartment dwellings unless provided with plenty of outside activity. This is Border Collie, number 17.
So this is the most accomplished of all the herding breeds as far as its ability and its speed and agility. And what you're going to see when this dog goes from the side is it actually drops its head. And that's because it lowers its head while it's moving to be able to see low into the herd. It doesn't have a high carriage because that's not practical for the type of job it did.
This is Asher, who's owned by Maddie Tobias and Jessica Aniskoff. Number 1 Border Collie.
Known for his victory leap.
Right around.
When he wins.
And you can see that intensity when he stopped at the judge. He just stopped and stared. It's really an amazing breed. There's that classic low head carriage.
It's a good-looking dog.
The Bouvier de Flandre was developed in the 19th century as a farm dog in the northern hills of France and Belgium. He's been known throughout history as the milk cart dog. His strength and agility, coupled with his intelligence and serene disposition, make him both a strong worker and a fine companion. This is Bouvier de Flandre, number 7.
And Link is the top-winning Best in Show dual champion herding dog in AKC history. And that's a big deal. He's a show dog, but he can still achieve in what he was originally bred to do, which is herd. And that's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah. And Gail, you know, you talk about their ability. This breed was really versatile because they actually pulled carts as well. They were kind of an all-purpose farm dog that, you know, you have to think about these people that had these dogs that had to do a job, and not just one, because they were not practical to have to sustain their life on a farm.
They needed
to do
many
everything.
Jobs. That's right.
A protective coat, handles different weather.
The Briard is an ancient breed of France, serving as a sheep herder, guardian, and all-around farm dog. Vigorous, alert, and self-confident, they have the strength and power to do the job for which they are bred. Distinguishing characteristics include a long, wavy coat, dew claws on the rear legs, and a crook at the end of the tail. This is Briard, number 7.
I truly adore this breed. Chris, I can see you're interested in it too as well.
Well, the expression, right, is kind of a questioning or a frank look when we had that glance from...
They have a lot of unique features. You know, they have the ears up or down, but their movement they describe as quicksilver because they make quick turns, springing starts, and sudden stops. They're an extremely agile breed.
Protective family dog. kind of treats kids, children.
They're
as
quite
the
a
flock.
good guardian dog, absolutely, absolutely. And they'll herd the children in the house. If you have children and they think the children's going somewhere they shouldn't, the dog will stop them and push them back into their spot they think they should be.
A babysitter.
They're a great babysitter.
Thank you. Right around.
It's been said that they can, just a few Briards can handle 700 head of sheep. So they can work together and make it happen.
Named for the ancient land of Canaan, its origins dating back to biblical times, the Canaan dog is Israel's only native dog. A herding and sentry dog for the ancient Hebrews, the breed lived as a feral dog for over 2,000 years in the desert, where it survived independently until it was re-domesticated in 1935. This is Canaan dog, number 12.
Okay.
Okay, about halfway out and back, please.
You heard the judge making a sound, trying to get the dog's attention. I think he's trying to just look at the expression.
Sure. That's a key thing, too, you know, and it shows their intelligence, the look of intensity that some of these dogs should have. You know, and he said that these were re-domesticated. This is a breed that's very unchanged from when it was originated. And it also was more of a perimeter dog, and it did herding work as well. And it was a guardian dog, but it wasn't necessarily a pet at that time. And they've come a long way in their temperament, and they've really brought them around to being a very social dog with the owners.
In Welsh, Corgi means dwarf dog. The Cardigan is the Corgi with the tail and is one of the oldest breeds in the British Isles, dating to 1200 BC. He was developed as an all-purpose farm worker and companion. His willingness and trainability allow him to excel in performance events. This is Cardigan Welsh Corgi, number 21.
And of course, we'll be comparing this to the Pembroke, or seeing the Pembroke later, and there are some big differences between those two breeds.
Very true, Gail. So, you know, this dog has the curved forearms that fit around the ribs. It's called a wraparound front. The toes can point slightly outward, unlike the other Corgi that we're going to see later. You know, and their front gave them the ability to avoid the cows as they kicked, because this was more of a nipping dog. So they would come in low at the legs of the cat. They weren't far-ranging dogs. They just guided them in by nipping low. So they always had to be this low dog, because if they were too tall and too high, they were at risk of injury.
Thank you.
Look at that stack. That was great.
That was beautiful.
I mean, that's what we want to see when you come out here.
Exactly.
These dogs just putting on a great show. Just beautiful. Smoothing out. Perfect.
Collies originated in Scotland, where they were bred to gather, move, and protect sheep. They were selected for herding because they are gentle, alert, and intelligent. The breed comes in two varieties, the rough coat and the smooth coat. One standard is used for both varieties. This is Rough Collie, number 35.
So the rough collie was used to maintain flocks on homes and pastures, and they also stood guard. And we'll see a smooth collie in a few minutes. And, you know, the head on this breed is a key feature. It resembles a blunt, lean, clean wedge.
And of course, the youngest dog to ever win Best in Show at Westminster was a collie, and it was 9 months old. Can you imagine?
That's amazing, isn't it?
Bond Loyalty of Bellhaven. History-making moment. Working our way through the final group of the night. 3 tomorrow night, and then Best in Show.
This is Casper, who's a multiple Best in Show winner, multiple specialty winner. He's a gorgeous coat.
You can see the judge taking a great look at the head and expression. It's so important in this breed, and the breeder judges will tell you that is the key feature.
Coming up, Smooth Collie, German Shepherd will round things out. They may be herders. They got a lot of personality.
The Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is sponsored by Purina Pro Plan Nutrition that performs. Well, we are just about ready for our final 16 dogs of the evening, but a quick reminder that tomorrow night we will see 98 dogs, including the 7 group winners, and of course, what everyone is waiting for, the crowning of a brand new Best in Show. But now, our final 16 dogs of night 1. Let's send it back over to Chris Myers.
Yeah, thanks, Jenny. And we're finishing up the herding group. Let's head back over to ring announcer Michael Lefebvre.
And now for the second variety of collies, the Smooth. While the rough-coated variety was developed for the northern climes of Scotland, the Smooth Collie was used primarily as a cattle driver in the south of England. This is Smooth Collie, number 15.
You saw with his hands, he ran his hand the whole way back that head to see how clean and smooth it was.
Okay.
Then he looked at the profile from the
Halfway
side.
Okay.
It's just such an important factor in this breed when you're judging it.
Well, it's what makes a collie, right? You have to
Right,
have
that's
that
what we
head.
call breed type. You know, it's the things we call out in the AKC standard that really set it apart from another breed. It's the most important features. Coming back and doing a great stop as well.
Okay, thank you. Right around.
We as handlers dream of that when we come back and the dog stops 4 square perfect and shows a great expression to the judge.
He's loving it. Tail up, happy.
First time ever here at the National Tennis Center. And how about this? The tennis world is watching. Now a tennis analyst, Brad Gilbert, fired up first night for Westminster Kennel Club. 147 years it took to be here, but we're glad to be here at Arthur Ashe. He coached some great players like Agassi, Roddick, Murray. He's not a bad player himself. Michael?
The Finnish Lapphund is a reindeer herding dog from the north of the Arctic Circle. Their double coat is waterproof and serves them well in the coldest climes. For years, they've been very popular in Scandinavia as family pets. This is Finnish Lapphund, number 15.
Bandit here is another dog from another country coming in from Denmark.
Yeah, very close to where they began their work outside of the Arctic Circle. And, you know, they primarily tended to reindeer herds. So, you know, they had a little different purpose based on the region that they were in. And you can see the coat. It's a protective coat and beautiful condition.
Yeah, originally they would herd reindeer. Way out, Santa.
The German Shepherd dog is a highly intelligent, exceptional family dog who enjoys the endeavors of its owners. Originally bred as a sheep herding and protection dog in Germany, today it is competitive in herding, obedience, agility, and tracking. A very successful both service dog and a policeman's best friend and protector. This is German Shepherd dog, number 17.
This is Heathcliff, who's being shown by Lenny Brown. You might recognize him. He won the group last year with a different German Shepherd.
Okay, go about 3/4.
But he's very well known in the Shepherd ring.
Yeah, and Lenny did what I think is the correct way to do it. He apprenticed under a professional handler. He learned his trade, learned to care for the dog, and learned how to show this breed in a breed-specific manner, which is allowing it to have this beautiful flying trot that you see from the side right now. Just a beautiful example of the breed.
Rumor 2017 won Best in Show, the most recent of the German Shepherd Best in Show winners. Yeah, that is. That's a impressive.
Lenny's showing Heathcliff for the owner handler who recently passed away.
Oh, that's too bad. Our condolences.
The sheepdog arrived in Iceland on longboats with the first Viking settlers. A hardy and agile Nordic herding Spitz, it has a thick waterproof coat. Confidence and a loyal, lively bearing are typical for this intelligent and happy dog. Highly alert, it will give visitors an enthusiastic and cheerful welcome. This is Icelandic Sheepdog, number 15.
Okay.
Here we have another therapy dog. Also a farm
Go
dog.
about halfway out and back. Okay.
And you know, we talked about those herding abilities. So this dog actually uses its voice to herd the dogs. It doesn't actually, it'll use the voice to move the animals away. So it's quite unique.
Yeah, they've attempted sometimes to herd cars. So
I can believe this.
Lots of the herding breeds actually try to do that. It's a bad idea. But I think Andy is
right around.
Beautiful.
Just great. Andy.
I'll tell you, the herding dogs are showing great tonight. They're really coming out and putting on a show. That's what we love to see.
Dog of the Vikings.
The miniature American Shepherd was developed in California during the 1960s. These dogs were bred for their small size, intelligence, trainability, and herding instinct. This active dog needs both exercise and training. Whether working stock, navigating an agility course, or doing therapy work, the miniature American Shepherd does it all with due diligence. This is American Miniature Shepherd, number 9.
Obviously, this looks very similar to the Australian Shepherd.
Yeah, and they were used to herd different types of animals, such as goats, so they didn't work with the larger herding livestock. So, then that's why they developed a little bit smaller version so that they could work the different types of animals.
But an equally intelligent worker,
100%.
very strong worker.
Okay, thank you. Right around.
Steve Jobs, Steven Spielberg have all owned miniature American Shepherds.
The Moody is a Hungarian farm dog bred to herd the most stubborn of livestock. A true working dog, the Moody is known for its courage, trainability, and self-cleaning coat. The breed's ability to quickly learn tasks makes him exceptional in many dog sports. This is Moody, number 11.
This breed was just AKC recognized recently in the last couple of years, and last year was their first year at Westminster. Their owners and trainers tell us that they're very easy to train. They learn things very quickly. You only have to show them or ask them 1 or 2 times, and they've got it down.
How often, Gail, do they add new breeds?
Well, that depends. There's a very long system with the American Kennel Club. It takes a long time for a breed to become AKC recognized. There are several steps to qualifying. And so it can take several years, but it's the dedication of the parent club, the national club.
Okay, thank you. Right around, please.
Who are in place to protect and support the breeds.
And have them in the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show.
The Norwegian Buhund was once cherished companion of the Vikings. Buhund means farm dog in Norwegian, and he is a versatile breed that herds livestock, guards property, and has been used for hunting game. He is a double-coated, squarely built Spitz-type dog with an intelligent, friendly expression. This is Norwegian Buhund, number 7.
I caught that.
You got that, Chris?
Spitz, yes,
it's coming back. I told you it was coming back
notes.
again.
Now, this is notable. This dog has done incredibly well and broken all kinds of records for its breed.
And it was interesting you brought up about new breeds coming in. And I want to clarify, those aren't new breeds. Those breeds
are just new
to the United States. The Moody has been around in Hungary for a very long time. But when we bring these dogs over to our country, then we have to set up a new pedigree system. So that they're not a newly created breed. So I want to be very clear.
Good point.
That's an ancient breed that has been around for hundreds of years.
Yeah, we all get moody when we're hungry.
Exactly.
The Old English Sheepdog emerged as a distinct breed in the mid-19th century, evolving from herding stock. Known also as the bobtail with a harsh double coat, resistant to weather and brambles, he excelled as a drover, handling cattle or sheep on the way to market. This is Old English Sheepdog, number 7.
This dog's being shown by Taylor Johnson, who's a junior handler, but her family is very involved and has done very well in Old English.
Okay, about halfway out.
In fact, her father won Reserve Best in Show. Taylor's father, not the dog necessarily. That was the grandfather, Swagger, who won Reserve Best in Show.
So the judge
2 times.
shake off a little bit of the dog hair. But how do you?
Oh no, she knows how to show this
Look
dog.
at the crowd.
And you asked about how they went over the dog. They have to feel this big, broad back skull. They have a unique body shape to them that the judge has to feel the top line rising and lowering. And the pear shape reversed from what the Pekingese is. So it's the pear shape the other way. So there's so many unique features of this breed. A shambling walk that they have to have. And so you'll see her when she starts walking slowly to begin. And it shows that shambling gait.
And Sven, the dog, is #1 Old English Sheepdog right now.
She's got a bright future ahead, for sure.
The second Corgi breed is the Pembroke Welsh Corgi, which is developed in Wales as a livestock and family dog and dates from at least the 10th century. The Pembroke is recognizable by their foxy face, sturdy build, and moderately long, low shape. Physical agility and affectionate temperament are paramount characteristics of the Pembroke. This is Pembroke Welsh Corgi, number 14.
So we saw the Cardigan Corgi earlier, and this Pembroke, obviously it does not have the tail like the Cardigan did. Pembroke, you can just picture it that way. And the foxy expression is so pivotal to this breed. Their legs are straight, whereas the Cardigan can turn out slightly. So their structure's a little different. Their lengths are different. So there's some differences between the two. And that's what the judge is looking for. They want to make sure that one doesn't cross the line into the other.
And Heidi was her the 2022 National Specialty winner, which of course is an awesome win.
It's a huge win in that breed because it's such a competitive breed with enormous entries. So to win the national, it's incredible. It's an incredible win.
And of course, with the recent coronation, we must say that, of course, this is a favorite of the royal family.
Yes.
And tonight we'll have our own coronation.
Or tomorrow night officially, right? The best of show will crown the champ.
First documented in the 13th century, the Polish Lowland Sheepdog is a herding dog of considerable ability. The double coat is long, dense, and shaggy. Being strong-willed, they do best with a master that is willing to train and socialize them. This is Polish Lowland Sheepdog, number 9.
So you're gonna see this dog with the coat. We talk about coats a lot in these groups because the coat was protective. And these dogs hail from Poland, so the elements in the lowlands of Poland were very challenging and hard on the dogs. So they had to develop this thick, dense coat. And they say, once this dog is trained, they can work without human guidance in the field. They're that intelligent.
I believe it. There's a lot of dog under that coat. When you go over them, they actually are very heavy bone.
Okay, thank you.
Not
around.
A lot of dogs. Sometimes a lot of food gets caught in the beard.
Well, that happens to lots of people.
Even the people. Yeah.
Have you seen my dad? Or
the Puli is an ancient breed of Hungary, introduced by the migration of the Magyars over 1,000 years ago. He has the same corded coat as seen on the Commodore. Adept at handling large herds and flocks, the Puli is keenly intelligent and deeply devoted to its owners. This is Puli, number 7.
So we talked about the Moody earlier. This is another one of the Hungarian breeds. And the Bergamasco, I described its coat. So this is actually a corded dog. So the corded dogs are the Puli, the Commodore, which we'll see tomorrow. The Poodle that we saw can be corded, as well as a Havanese. And it requires a very specific coat texture.
This handler's Bill McFadden, who has won Best in Show at Westminster before. A few other breeds.
They'll skip and a jump. They almost look like they're on a conveyor belt or something.
Well, it's a distinctive gait this breed has. They're quick stepping, animated, and it shows their athleticism and elasticity. They don't bounce. That's a misnomer. There's no wasted motion.
Thank you. Right around.
But they do have a lightness to them.
But that's a true herding dog's movement. You're not supposed to have wasted motion.
No.
An ancient Hungarian herding breed, the Pumi, was developed by shepherds who developed a dog that would herd their cattle, sheep, and pigs on the small farms of Western Hungary. This medium-sized spirited dog with a wavy and curly hair is intelligent, willing to work, and a quick learner. The breed is characterized by its square outline, circular tail, semi-erect ears, and whimsical expression. This is Pumi, number 16.
They do have a whimsical expression, yes. They're very cute, yes. But they are a serious herding dog. Very serious.
They're a strong-tempered dog. They really are. They're intelligent. And Gail, actually, this dog, we talk about the origin countries, but this dog actually hails from Hungary, right? It was born in Hungary.
That's awesome.
So
I heard a bark, someone chiming in from the
one of the rebel rousers on the other side.
Yeah. Saying, don't forget about me.
Right around.
And you can see this coat. It's these corkscrews or curls over the body, and they're about 1.5 to 3 inches long.
We're showcasing some of the most extraordinary dogs across the globe. But Saturday, showcasing some of baseball's biggest stars. Manny Machado, the Padres take on Mookie Betts and their rival Dodgers. Some will see the defending World Series champion Astros facing Tim Anderson of the White Sox. It's Saturday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time on Fox.
Pyrenean Shepherd hails from the Pyrenees Mountains of France. They were traditional working companions of the larger dog, the Great Pyrenees, and were bred to herd sheep and other livestock. They come in 2 varieties, smooth-faced and rough-faced, referring to short or shaggy hair. They excel in agility and also make wonderful family companions. This is Pyrenean Shepherd, number 15.
So a lot of times we talk about them working solitarily or with another one of its breed. This breed actually worked with the Great Pyrenees. So the Great Pyrenees would hide in the flock as a guardian, and this dog would actually fulfill the role and work with the Pyrenees. And they have a really unique saying. It says their gait is known to look as it shaved the earth. And you can see this as it's going right now. It looks like it's shaving the earth.
That's a cool description.
Beautifully shown.
The Shetland Sheepdog originated in the Shetland Islands, developing there and on the British mainland as a popular, affectionate companion and farm dog. His color may be sable, ranging from light brown to dark mahogany, black or blue merle. The Sheltie's intense desire to please his owner makes him an outstanding worker in obedience and agility trials. This is Shetland Sheepdog, number 27.
So they have a registered name and then they have a call name, right? So the call name here is Fitz. Registered name can take in a lot of things.
That's right. The registered name usually has the kennel name where the dog was bred, and then whatever
maybe?
theme of some kind, if you'd like. Now Fitz here is being handled by Jenny Hines, who's part of a long time, generation after generation of Sheltie breeders. And this dog won Best of Breed last year at Westminster. Of course, this is Mr. Cohen's original breed, so be taking a close look, as he will with all. But when it's your own breed, how that's different.
Thank you. Right around,
Jason. How do you?
You're hard on them and compassionate to them at the same time. It's a real challenge to evaluate your own breed.
Spanish Water Dog is a rustic, medium-sized, curly-coated, all-purpose farm dog used primarily to herd goats, sheep, and cattle. This breed is devoted to its people and happiest when it has a function to perform. Because of its intelligence, trainability, and athleticism, this breed excels in all dog sports. This is Spanish Water Dog, number 11.
There's a lot going on there, Jason Hale.
Let's go back halfway out and back.
That would be tough.
Well, and you know, when you have coats like this, you reach into those.
To sort through.
Yeah, and you have to feel through the coat. We typically lift the hair a little bit and then slide our hands in to feel how the body's structured.
And here we have another young handler, I notice.
Another junior out there looking great.
Candace Lancaster.
Is there any age restrictions, limits?
Thank you.
No,
right
you
around.
can
They're not.
You go out there. All right.
There's actually a new competition called Pee Wee, which is for the really young children to show.
The Swedish Valhund is a very old Spitz-type breed dating from the days of the Vikings. Small, powerful, and fearless, they've been kept for centuries as all-purpose farm dogs for herding cattle, rodent control, and alerting farmers to visitors. The double-coated Characteristic harness markings are essential features of this breed. The tail may be long, stubbed, or bobbed. This is Swedish Bellhund, number 15.
So they're said to be chatty, you know, the yips and the howls. What do they call it? Bargles? You know, the terminology they use?
Well, you know, oftentimes the herding dogs have to use their voice. And border collies use I. There's different types of herding, but using your voice is often sometimes the best way to go. Depends.
That's what we do, right?
Yeah, and they were guardians, so, you know, they alerted sometimes. If they saw something coming to the flock, they would alert that way.
That tail.
Thank you. Right
Just
around.
the happiest little chap. It's wonderful. He was wagging the tail on the table and everything, just ready to go.
Show dog.
You can come out.
Thomas Cohen to cap the night off, the final of the 4 groups.
Going to take another look at that second half.
And this is where we're, as a judge, you're kind of counting down, narrowing the group down, refining the qualities that you think are the strongest in virtue, and then awarding those. Judging's not about really faulting the dogs. It's about looking for the positive in the dog. And we always want to say that dog had this great thing about it. We don't want to look at the negative of a dog. Every dog has a little fault here and there.
We all do.
Speak for yourself.
I was wondering if Gail was going to
I opened the door for you on that one. Right. But he is taking a very close look.
Well, it's a very strong group. There are a lot of really nice dogs out here, top winning dogs that perform very well tonight.
And he's a quintessential expert in this group. I mean, this man has done everything in the group and knows the details of all of these dogs.
We're going to start a line over here.
Pulling the shepherd out to start the line.
Yeah, there you go. Shepherds have dominated this group.
Your dog out.
The Norwegian Bullhund.
Your dog out.
The Shetland Sheepdog is on breed. That's good. So he certainly appreciates the qualities of it.
Your dog out.
Australian Shepherd.
Bouvier.
Bouvier. Very nice.
Cardigan.
Cardigan and the rough collie. With the rough collie out there.
I see the Pembroke, please.
Came back and got one more. That's why you
Okay,
never
thank you all.
never quit out there.
That's
you
right.
never quit.
Keep showing.
Let's all back up. Going to go around one at a time, not too fast. I'll signal you when. Okay.
He has command of his ring.
That's the way you want to do it. You want to see the dogs presented the right way. Shepherd, that beautiful flying trot. Norwegian Bullhund. This is such a striking
Buzz.
dog.
Yeah.
Just striking. Shetland Sheepdog. Moving effortlessly.
Horse Ribbon. Love that
She
side
just
gate.
floats, doesn't
Love
she?
that side gate.
Just amazing. And a beautiful pace, too. The Bouvier de Flanders. Excellent reach and
That's
drive.
beautiful
going
as
around.
well.
Yeah,
This
he's
is
got
gonna
some
be
beautiful
tough.
dogs
You
out
guys
there.
are,
is getting
yeah.
tougher.
Yeah. The more you look, the more difficult it
The
is.
Cardigan.
Light on his feet.
Really showing, isn't it?
Yeah. The rough collie. And the Pembroke Corgi. The Australian Shepherd.
That's great. Ribbon.
From the Bouvier.
Yes, sir.
Shetland Sheepdog. And the German Shepherd is fourth.
That's awesome.
Okay, the Australian Shepherd is first. The Bouvier is second. The Sheltie is third. Shepherd is fourth.
Wonderful job. The
Ribbon?
Australian Shepherd just looked amazing tonight, didn't she?
Well, Jessica Plur, this is her second time with winning the group. Fabulous. She's really on her game. That dog looked perfect.
You could have asked for more the way she showed. She just came out and asked for it. And you know, when he said just at the nice pace to go around, she floated, and it wasn't too rushed or hurried.
We're through 4 groups. Gail, Chase, what stood out tonight? I mean, moments ago, that was a tough call. It seemed like each group, as we went on and on, got a little tougher to make that decision for the group winner.
Yeah, I thought this herding group was stellar today. And, you know, that dog, along with the other 3 winners, is going to be really competitive.
It is.
So.
I think Ribbon was in perfect form. Conditioning, not a foot wrong, not a piece of fur wrong. She looked fabulous.
Australian Shepherd has yet to win Best in Show. This could be the year. Let's go over to Jamie Little.
What a beautiful, beautiful dog. We talked to you earlier, Jessica, about Ribbon. What sets this dog apart and stood apart tonight?
You know, when she just flies around the ring, she's just effortless when she moves, and the crowd just loves her.
What is she like away from the show ring?
She's a blast. She's like the fun girl at the party.
Sounds like a good time. Best of luck tomorrow night. You're going to Best in Show.
Yes, we are. Thank you very much.
I think Ribbon had a good time tonight. Jenny?
Ribbon, loving the energy of the crowd, and a big congratulations as well to the Australian Shepherd, our herding group winner. We're going to rack up the night when we return. Don't go anywhere. Club Dog Show is presented by Purina Pro Plan. We just saw the herding group, and another huge congratulations to Ribbon, the Australian Shepherd. Our winner tonight, the Bouvier de Flandre, was our second place finisher. Fitz, the Shetland Sheepdog, came in third, and the German Shepherd was our fourth place finisher tonight. And remember, Ribbon will advance to Best in Show with a few other friends. Earlier tonight, Petit Basset Griffon Vendéen. We also saw the Pekingese from the toy group. And everyone really enjoys the Frenchie around here. Winston is back, and we just saw Ribbon, the Australian Shepherd. We are so close to wrapping up, but don't leave us. We'll be right back. We're back tomorrow with another full day and night of coverage from Flushing Meadows, beginning with breed judging and the junior showmanship preliminaries at 1 Eastern on FS2. And Fox Streaming Networks, our evening kicks off on FS1, 7 Eastern with the pre-show live. And don't worry, guys, we have so much judging and obviously the ultimate prize. What a special night for everyone at Fox Sports. Thank you for joining us, but come back tomorrow for Best in Show.